Hello!
Welcome back, everyone.
Welcome.
Oh boy.
Yeah, we're
Time
done
for the final.
Yes. Finally.
Finally. Yay.
In a way, it's been a wonderful weekend.
Oh yeah. It's been amazing.
Yeah, but this is really the kind of ending we want to this kind of weekend.
Oh yeah. This is really the climax
Yeah.
of the whole weekend build-up. In many ways, the whole year of Swedish Warhammer.
Exactly.
All the qualifying, everything that's come from all these tournaments.
Yeah.
And now everyone just to get here.
Yeah.
The roads they have traveled, people gathering from all over the country.
Yeah.
And now, game after game after game, they've been pitted against each other. And one after the other, they've been taken out of the race for the championship. And now we're down to
two left.
Yeah, the last two.
Yeah. So 3 hours, in 3 hours, or perhaps even less, we will know which one of Adam Sääf and Filip Skoglund is the new Swedish champion of Age of Sigmar.
Yep.
And who not only will bring that big trophy back home, but will also be given the task of representing Sweden's competitive gamers in the World Championships of Warhammer.
In the United States of America.
Yeah. So
Oh boy.
that's a lot of stakes
And
riding
also what
on
an
this.
opportunity.
Yeah.
What a cool thing to do.
Yeah, it's absolutely very cool.
It's gonna be super cool to follow that. Regardless of who wins, we're gonna have so much fun
Yeah,
seeing that.
it will be. Yeah, it will be really great, and to be able to. So yeah, to follow along with whomever gets that opportunity, whoever gets that role, whoever gets that. I don't know. We shouldn't call it a burden. We shouldn't call it a sort of expectation.
Undertaking,
Yeah,
perhaps?
undertaking is perhaps the better word. Who gets to carry the whole of Sweden on their shoulder?
Yep.
I'll stop now.
And we have two fine gentlemen here, I'm sure would perform the task admirably.
Both of them have proved that they can.
Oh yes.
There's no way you can get to this point without being really good at what you do. There's you can win a game or two, or even 3 or 4.
By being lucky.
Yeah, but not 5 or even 10 perhaps, or whatever you should count as being the numbers of crucial games you need to win to get to this point.
Yeah.
Yep. Should we look at the lists?
Let's have a look at the list. This is gonna be a Soul Light mirror,
Yep.
as we talked about earlier.
So-
And they have some very similar lists available. And I also have a feeling that's what they landed on is like pretty much playing the same list. Oh no! There we have it. So we can look at Adam first.
Yep. We need to do this.
Yeah. You see, there we go.
There we go, and that's the scenario up there. First, let's
Okay.
bring the lists back up.
So, sorry,
So,
there's a
sorry.
tech here being
Yep.
all over the
It
place.
shouldn't be difficult,
There on the
but
list.
sometimes it is anyway.
There we go. Now
We'll keep
now we
the
can pop it over.
we'll keep the scenario behind. Yep, like
Perfect.
that. There we are.
Here we go. There's the list. So Adam is playing Legion of Blood. Grand strategy, Lust for Domination. I don't remember what that one is,
We can bring that up.
but I think it's someone that he can do pretty easily because he's been doing it all around.
yeah, it's apparently good as well since Filip is.
Yes. He's also running that.
Yeah.
So
we will bring that up
yeah.
shortly.
Inspired Triumph, nothing special. Neferata with Waste Away. Vampire Lord and Zombie Dragon with Doom Minions. Deathlands, of course. Cloak of Mist and Shadows, that's the unrendableness. And Flaming Weapon. And then, of course, he has one Vampire Lord on foot with Spirit Gale and Tunnel Master. The battle line is 10 Direwolves, 20 zombies, and 10 zombies. And then, of course, the 10 Blood Knights and a Corpse Guard.
Yeah.
And that leaves him at 1965 with 2 drops.
And
So
that's
let's
a
look.
difference to Philip's list
Yes.
in a way.
Adam
'Cause-
did bring a similar list to the one Philip is playing,
Yeah.
but he is not using it this time. So Filip is bringing Legion of Blood as well. That's domination as well. A bloodthirsty triumph for the charges because he is using dragons, and that is what we see here. Also, we have seen one, not two, but three vampire lord and zombie dragon. One of them is the general, of course, and it's the identical one to to Adam's general. They're just the same. They're twins. We have Neferata there as well, and the two zombie dragon lords have Spirit Gale. For the battle line, he has 2 tens of skeletons and a 10 of zombies.
The battle regiment, but he's on 4 drops, so the choice will go to Adam.
And Adam. So Adam also will have the triumph here, and we also heard now that they have rolled off about who gets to activate their Neferata first. Adam won the roll-off and got to choose that Filip needs to do his first. Which is consequential by far, because that means that Filip has to redeploy first, then Adam gets to counter redeploy. That is already like a big thing where he gets to adjust to the deployment and circumvent the opponent's shenanigans and tricks.
That is really important. Actually, we'll do this and have a look at the deployment of, so we can see this crucial action.
Yes.
And there we are.
There we have it.
Filip.
And we also have some grave sites here marked out. And if you're looking at them, some of them are blue and some of them are red. And those are the ones for the corresponding players. So all atoms are blue and those are red.
So, and Neferata is placed behind that. The red, the red markers are for the red player, Filip.
Of course, yeah.
So Neferata is behind the zombie dragon.
And then we have another two zombie dragons up top. You see them over here. With the 2 zombie dragons there. It's hard to say which one is the general, but I'm assuming the general is one of them, because Neferata wants to buff one of the others. Then we have some skeletons standing around here. What else do we have?
So we're down.
And then Neferata is. So I believe that Filip has already done his Neferata activation with the real.
So
Adam has to react to that. And he also dictates. And that's why he also gets to dictate who goes first. So this is a big thing for him. Getting to select where the fight starts and when the fight starts.
That is the upside of having fewer drops.
That is the upside, and you can really see that it tells a lot, and it makes a big difference.
Seeing Neferata being placed.
In these mirror matches, the drops really matter a lot more.
Does this mean that we will see Adam go first?
I assume so. Yes, he's going to go for Filip's Neferata.
Up with the Blood Knights as well.
And the Blood Knights are there. They're going for it. And this is a
decisive.
bold move.
Yeah, it will be decisive.
But it's also a move that could pretty much decide the game off the top of turn 1.
We need to have a look at the scenario, since...
We do need to look at the scenario, because it's not just about killing models.
Yeah, it is.
Oh yes, exactly. The grand strat is to hold grave sites. I don't know exactly how that's going to work with 8 of them. Could be that you have to hold your own, or it's just you have to hold all the grave sites, whatever grave sites they are. And if it is...
if you control more grave sites than your opponent. Oh, this one.
So that is interesting. So only one of them will be able to score that, for sure.
Ooh,
because they are fighting of the grave sites, and control of them is sticky.
So you need to control 5 of them.
Yeah.
That is true. So the scenario, we are playing only the worthy.
Only the worthy.
And that means that this is the deployment, the territory. So it's a pretty close deployment. Both of the players can be within 18 inch of each other, if you don't count the Neferata thing. But also, as well, in this scenario, you control if you have a Galician champion within section of it.
Only one of these players have a Galician champion.
So Filip picking that list without a Galician champion, right? Puts him on. Well, he needs to kill the other Adam's Galician champions. So, because if a Galician champion is contesting an objective, then only Galician champions can contest them.
Yep.
And if no more than one Galician champion from the same army can contest the same objective at the same time, which means in effect that if I put a Galician champion on an objective, then the other player needs to kill that one or get it off, because each
Galician champion will have the same model count. Yes.
So there's just 2 models per champion.
Yep.
By definition, and
Yep.
you can't use that any aspect of the champion to increase that number in any way. So yeah, and otherwise it's 1, 2 more battle tactics. So we will need to
Keep an eye out for that.
Yeah.
So this will be pretty straightforward. Adam has a slight advantage with having one Galician champion.
Yeah, this is the lists we're talking about.
So these are the lists again.
Yeah, so we can see. We need
one
to scroll
Galician
up.
champion on the left, none on the right.
Yeah, exactly. So, and which one is that? The Galician champion then is. Oh, I'm trying to read this.
What are you looking at?
The Galician champions.
Yeah.
Which one?
That would be the Vampire Lord on foot in Adam's list. That is the only Galician champion.
Yeah, there
we're
it is.
looking at.
Exactly.
Yep.
The Tunnel Master as well.
The Tunnel Master.
So he will need to protect that. That's a priority target for Filip. Adam goes first.
We have the vertical. Adam's going first, and we saw that's what he's setting up for.
Yeah.
No surprise there. And
If
he's
we
just gonna
get-
go for it now.
Yeah. So if we do get an early kill of Nefrata, then I wouldn't say that the game is decided, but it's definitely a
It is.
impactful initial
It's
move.
very, very impactful.
Exciting.
And especially now if Adam gets his Neferata spell off on, say, the Blood Knight, keeping them there on a 2-up unrendable,
That is, yeah,
that's a threat that Filip will pretty much be unable to shake.
yeah. It will be exciting to see how this pans out.
Definitely. This is exciting straight off the bat. Just
Yep.
straight into the adrenaline rush here. No holds barred. Oh dear.
Yep.
We really just have to find out what's gonna happen down here now.
Meanwhile, well, this is the deciding game for the win. We have a rather large field that are all striking for the podium,
Oh yes. Oh yes.
and
It's all about those battle tactics now.
yeah, it is. If you get a 4-1, you will measure the battle tactics
Yeah.
with the other guys having the
And
same.
we'll probably have at least like 5-ish, 6-ish players who will be in that position.
Yeah,
That is a lot of people contesting for those two podium spots
yeah.
after
And
the winner.
should you be equal on the battle tactics, it's grand strategy.
Yes, that's right, yes.
And if you're equal on that as well, it's a victory point differential followed by the strength of schedule. So it's really the locked performance in each game that
Yeah.
has mattered, and
Yeah.
getting that extra battle tactic in this final round will be very decisive.
Oh yes, definitely. So for a lot of players now, the battle tactics will be a big focus.
Yeah,
They can't, of course, lose sight of winning the game,
yeah,
and the battle tactics will get them there. But they also sometimes have to wonder how much can they sacrifice to succeed with those battle
Yeah.
tactics in order to just climb in the ranks.
and this goes as well for the loser of this game.
Yeah, definitely.
Remember that is because that player will have a 4-1. So if you lose this game,
You
but
can
still scored
place
4 or
second
5,
or
yeah.
third. Definitely. Oh, this is exciting. And you can just cut the tension with a knife here, I feel.
Yeah, I should always switch to this shot.
Yeah.
Because this is what we've been looking at for quite some time, actually.
We're just seeing very, very, very pensive
Yeah.
thoughts, and you can just see how
He hasn't picked his
How
battle
much-
tactic. He hasn't started to roll any dice. He's just
There's so much to think about, so much riding on every single decision. This is heavy. But you can see Adam.
We have some decisions.
He has made a decision there. So Desecrate lands on the forest right in front of Neferata there. Makes sense.
Makes sense. So
sense.
that means that he is to move up,
And
engage.
he's gonna do that anyway. So once again, we're talking about the whole thing.
True.
Picking the battle tactics that just happen to coincide what you're doing with anyway.
Yep.
It's always a good call.
Yeah, but you need to consider. You have to consider you have to consider the battle tactics for the following turns as well.
Yes.
So Desecrate the Lands is an excellent battle tactic to save for later. Two.
Spirit Kill doing two mortal wounds to everything almost. It's 2 damage extra on the Ferrata, on the dragon. Oh, that is rough.
Yeah.
That is a strong opening.
Yep.
Oh, I guess maybe one on the very top left dragon there, but yeah. Oh, he chose not to deny it, Filip. He just let it slide.
Yeah.
Because it was costing a 10.
Cost on a 10, and he just have the ward, even though he did not
Let's
work.
see. Oh, I think that's the Neferata spell.
Yeah. There's a double 1 for the Unbind, I
Double
think.
1 for the Unbind. And I think that the Blood Knights have Unrendable.
I saw
a little
buff being
blip go
placed.
down there, yeah. Yeah,
Friendly
there we have it.
immunity.
Unrendable Blood Knights. Oh my, that is a strong start.
Yeah, it is.
This is just what Adam wanted.
I wonder if he can do something
Maybe
with
he didn't get the flaming, I
redeploying
think the flaming
Neferatas.
weapons might have failed there, but that's not as big an issue. It sure is a little bit extra.
Extra damage is extra damage.
Oh, the flaming weapon went off.
It's on the middle
Maybe
dragon.
the Mystic Shield was probably
Yeah,
what
okay.
didn't succeed. Going from a 3 up to 2 up unrendable, that's different. But
Yep.
at the same time, they can always do like, if they want the reward, they can do an all-out defense.
Yeah.
But still 3 up unrendable on 30 wounds of Blood Knights.
Yeah, as Filip has a couple of Rend weapons relying on them.
Oh yeah. And then a dragon with another 16 wounds, with doing the same thing with 3 up unrendable.
We see the Blood Knights moving up.
We have the Blood Eyes moving.
Should Filip do a redeploy with this Neferata, or will the other dragon just reach
Maybe
around?
try to save Neferata. There could be a point to doing that. But then we still have the other dragon coming from behind. He doesn't have a lot of options with that. Let's see. Where is he gonna redeploy? No, he was thinking, should I redeploy? And then realized there's no point.
There's no point.
There's no point.
That's fair.
Because he
achieve
might
much
have better use for that command point later on.
Yeah.
So we are talking about
Yes,
the
that's
charge
Jesper,
rules and how you engage with the charge. Jesper is explaining.
So they are how you charge across the terrain.
Exactly.
So you're measuring the bases two-dimensionally.
Yes. No, 3-dimensionally. That's the thing. So what happens is that your base has to be within half an inch of the opponent's base. In that sense. So that's why charging up onto the terrain piece would not work in this case.
So you're not measuring two-dimensionally. Yeah. So he can't charge the zombie dragon in standing on top of that huge rock.
No, he has to wheel around it.
Yeah.
Not that I think it would be a huge problem. It's just something that he has to. It means he has less area for him to fight.
Yeah, there's 10 skeletons standing as a screen, and he can't move the trees either. The train is standing where they are. It's a good thing now that we are into the final game, especially now that we are into the sort of the most crucial parts of this final game. That Jesper, the judge,
Wobbly
is
model
standing
syndrome indeed.
standing there, watching it.
Yeah.
So
This is so intense. I don't believe that the cylinder measuring is.
it is, I believe.
It works for charges itself, but it's still for combat. If that is still the thing that has been decided by the TO Council.
Yeah. So exactly. So this
I think it just
as
shows
soon
not
as
to
you're
go
measuring range and everything, then that's a cylinder. Yeah.
So no. Yes, so that's what we're talking about. It could be that they have placed the die there just to show where he is,
Yeah. It looks like it.
because they could fit. They could fit the dragon there. It's just a wobbly model syndrome here to show that it did fit there, but
Yep.
it's so easy for it to tip over
Yeah.
that they chose not to put the.
There's no need to have.
Totally
Crush
trash.
wings.
Yeah, totally trash your mini there. Oh my, this is intense. And you know, he can't lose sight of what he's going to do with the rest of his army. Looks like he might be charging some zombies into the other dragons, at least one of them,
Yep.
to try to just keep them occupied and busy.
Tie him down.
Or he'll just go for the objective. But it looks like he's ready to pull them in there too.
Yeah, perhaps. We saw them do a lot of work on
Yeah.
Konstantinos'
Those
corn.
mortal wounds aren't a joke.
So
But he could also choose to just leave them on the objectives to just be there. Give pretty much compulsory targets to him.
would think that Adam needs to. He can feel pretty confident about his action on his left corner.
Oh, yes.
But he can't be certain about it.
No.
So he should.
He just need a backup plan.
Yeah.
Continue.
And just if that. He would send those zombies in and those
Zombies
dragons.
die.
Yeah.
He can't lose everything in
Yeah.
his first turn.
So
that would be
being a
bad
bit
thing
more
to-
conservative on that edge is probably a good idea. Just grab the points.
There's definitely merit to that. Yes.
But he doesn't have enough to grab that objective at this moment, though, with that
No.
movement.
Maybe No.
It looks like
no,
a couple of
no,
four
he
zombies or
does
something.
not. He would have to charge to be able to take that objective.
But
But it also means that the dragons can't leave the objective, like both of them,
that's true.
without taking care of those zombies too.
If Adam will score for 2 objectives this turn, desecrate the lands. As long as he removes one of the models, the zombie dragon or the Neferata, he should get that.
You're also looking at him positioning up his champion there.
Yeah, there are impassable terrain. Not all terrain are impassable terrain, though.
But there are impassable terrain pieces.
That rock, for example, is
No, it's a forest.
it's a forest. Yeah, but he needs to. It's a forest, yep. So it's not impassable, but he can stand on top of it. He's measuring, sort of in a.
We do have an impassable terrain, as you can see at the far end there, with the red flag, the ruins. That's impassable.
Yep. That's a pretty large flat surface,
Yeah.
so it's not that strange to be able to put your model on top of it.
Um,
And it doesn't count as a sharp though, so it's more than 3 inches away, which means that's why he can place them.
He is doing a pre-measurement of. He's doing a pre-measure right now of those zombies on the right hand. He's trying to just figure out if he can place the things where he wants them. You know, the wolves are there. So he's really just going through the motions here, being very careful about what he's doing.
I mean, it is a good idea. We've talked about that earlier. Just spending your time in the early stages of the game.
So now he's trying to, So these were of course in reserves in the grave sites, and he is popping it up now to take that objective, score that extra victory point early on,
Will
force
that
the
be
dragon
enough to will it get? Yeah, it should be up to 10.
He should be able to get 11 models on there now.
Yeah.
Yes.
So just 7 if 4 of the zombies.
I don't see how that.
It's a green flag on the.
Because you have like 5 of them there maybe, and then another 6 up there. Yeah, there you have it. That's 11 models.
So
That's
that
all you
allows him not to charge the zombie
need. He
dragons.
doesn't have to charge. You can just stay there.
So yeah, but Adam has spent 25 minutes, close to half an hour.
Just setting things up for the first turn.
Yeah. In its first turn, yeah. He needs to conserve some time for his final
definitely.
4
But
rounds.
this is also gonna make a big difference.
Yeah.
If everything goes the way he wants it to this round, he won't be needing quite as much more time. Yeah.
It's 2 command
2
points.
command points for everything is going on here now because of all their shenanigans on that side as well.
So if you could zoom in on the forest there with the cliff where the zombie dragon is standing, you can see that there's a green flag
Yep.
there.
That is how we see that it's a forest.
Yeah, which means it is a forest.
This is a forest, exactly.
And
Wildwood.
I had a discussion with the rest of the TOs using this flag way of marking stuff, and we will add the effect of having different shapes to the flags to represent the different types for the colorblind people who just the green, especially when you're using a muted green and a muted red.
That is a very, very good accessibility idea, and it's great that we get this feedback to constantly keep things available and accessible for people.
Yeah, and it's
Definitely.
easy to forget things about things like that when you're not.
Makes total sense.
Yeah. So he needs to roll a charge roll for the zombie dragon now, in order for it to get. Looks like it. So Jesper is showing how that's to be
really
measured.
Going through all the.
So how many inches he need? He's going to need a longer charge than a 6
Might be a bit more.
in order to get down. So he can't go through that cliff, so which means
He's gonna have to go.
he
11
rolls
in
it
charge
to
on the
11.
dragon. That's what he needed.
Yeah.
Oh wow, that is
Important for him.
That is super important for him.
So it means that
And that means that everything is in where he wants it now.
and
Well, he
that
still
is
has to roll the
zom-
charge for the Blood Knights, but this is 3 in charge.
Yeah.
And Neferata is there also with maybe a 3 or 4 in charge. So
Yeah. This is important. And that's the
Very
flaming weapon.
yep,
Zombie
that's the
dragon.
flaming weapon general.
So, but was talking about the whole base would need to clear the cliff before he can move down. That's why
Exactly.
the knights get his 7 in charge.
Yeah, they are in. And they. Oh, we have an unleash on that.
So, against the 3 up unrendable.
Yeah. But it's damage 3.
Yep.
If one of them goes through, that's 1 Blood Knight.
That is true.
Possibly. 1 less Blood Knight is 1 less Blood Knight. Oh, this is so intense. very, like, we don't have a lot of movement happening or anything like that. Nothing going wrong, but every single roll is going to make such a big difference now. It's all hanging on all these little rolls.
Adam is sort of piling up a lot of different potentials for success.
Oh yes, and he knows this also that you can never be too certain about what you're doing.
Yeah, but and we will remember that final the unleash hell hits. Does it wound? 2 hits.
2 hits.
2 and 1 attack, so 1
one
and 2.
goes through.
1 goes through.
Let's see if he can ward one of them.
You have to re-roll that on the.
Oh,
Yeah.
he warded one. Oh no, he
That's
did not
one
ward.
dead horse.
That's 1 dead horse.
That's very good.
See? That's 1 less Blood Knight already.
Yeah, as I was saying, we're going to see some impactful roll, and this was really important or a priority or whatever. But it could be that re-rolled charge into an 11 that perhaps is the sort of the tipping point to killing Neferata.
Yep.
That is the most important
Without
roll
a
of the
doubt.
whole game.
Yep.
So, yeah, it's all about creating these different opportunities and be sort of in control of them.
Yeah, and making sure that you make the right decisions when you are faced with those opportunities
Yeah.
and keeping them open. Even when you start getting confident and stuff, never forget that things can go a different way, and
Yeah.
you have to have a contingency.
Exactly. So, are we getting into the combat phase?
We are getting into the combat phase, I believe. Let's see if there's anything else now. Let's see, it's if Neferata is going to charge.
Yeah.
I don't see a reason why she wouldn't.
No.
Depending on, of course, if he's scared of that zombie dragon. But I think that it might just be better off.
Yeah, it's not absolutely certain that she fits in there between.
Maybe that she doesn't fit.
Well, she can sort of a bit tilted.
So Neferata is not charging. He's making sure to keep her safe
Yeah.
and just focusing on doing the other stuff first.
The choice of going first was with Adam. He also won the roll-off on who got to redeploy with Neferata first.
It's like I think there was a war,
Yeah.
and did the other wars fail perhaps? I don't know if that's what happened there. The Titanic duel. Yeah,
Both the dragons
failed
are
duels.
sore throats.
And yeah. And we had a Titanic duel, of course,
Yep.
from Neferata back onto the dragon.
Yep.
Adam. So I think Adam's gonna go with the generals first.
Yep.
General first to take that Neferata out for the -1
Yeah.
to hit Adam. Oh no!
So our love ones and twos I saw there.
Yeah. Did he miss all his attacks with the lance? Yeah.
Yeah.
It looks like he
2-6.
missed all his lance attacks. I think these are the
These are
jaws.
the, yeah. Oh, that's another one. Let's reroll again. Yeah, that's 2-6.
Two saves. Oh, he saved one of the jaws?
So Neferata
might survive this.
Yeah, looks like she takes a couple of wounds. 5.
Probably won't do that. He might have to put some of the Blood Knights in there to try to take it out if he can.
Maybe 1 or maybe 2.
Yeah.
There's some
I
more
mean,
attacks
might-
from the
might
dragon,
not
I
be-
suppose.
Yeah, it might not be enough.
How many wounds are Neferata on?
I believe she has 14.
She saves. 3 wounds alone from Neferata.
And she has taken 5 total.
That is
The dragon's
very
fighting back.
important.
Yeah, oof, that was
This
not what I
keeps
wanted
this
to
game alive. As a spectator, I'm happy about it.
The lance is hitting the Knight better. They are taking 1 through. Damage 2 there. And the lance.
Yeah, he needs to remove a couple of more Blood Knights.
Yes, he keeps saving. Yeah, because I'm assuming they might have all out defense now. I'm not sure. He might be out of
Yeah,
points,
with
but it's
2
still
up and random. Oh,
might be 3 up and random. It depends on how many.
yeah,
commanders
that is
they
true.
have.
So, can't really expect anything then.
No. But at least it's very least it's a 3 up and random on those
Yeah.
Blood Knights.
That is true.
So he's just fishing
3
for
and other
those
saves. Yeah, 1s and 2s.
Just 1 thing. And this is a damage 2, I think. No,
damage 4.
Damage 4.
That is. It's a 4 down, so that's another dead knight.
Yeah.
Very good
there
for the
was
zombie
2
dragon.
attacks with damage to each. So two Blood Knights there.
Oh yeah, they're on 2. No, yeah, 3 wounds each. Yeah.
3 wounds each.
So there's an
There's a
activation
total
of.
of 2 Blood Knights there.
Oh, I'm reminding Filip to end the time on himself. Very good.
That's good.
As we said earlier, it's
That's how you're
if
supposed
you
to.
notice this, it's your responsibility to remind your opponent.
So the question is, will they try to sneak some extra attacks in on Neferata, or is it just going to go on the dragon?
Doesn't look like it.
Yeah, no, just dragon.
Which is good, I suppose.
Unfortunately, he has his -1 to hit now.
Because that, I mean, Neferata has how many wounds? She
I
has
would say
16 as
9
well.
wounds. I think she's 14.
14 or 12 or something.
Yep, so wounds there.
There's a lot. I mean, he can't kill them with kill her with 2 extra Blood Knights. So it's better to focus. to remove that threat. But it's -1 to hit. That's a rough buff. Debuff rather.
But I
All those hits.
He might have had a
2
plus
up
1
to it. Yeah. So those are 3
he
ups.
probably did an auto attack instead. Felt he could take that
That's better.
with unrendable 3 up.
With 3 up unrendable, you should, and 3 wounds each. That's if you can accept 1 die, 1 dead, then
16 saves here now.
Oh,
With Ren 2.
Ren 2. That is
That's a 5 up.
That's quite an ask.
He does
Let's
save quite a bit.
save a
That's
lot of them.
saves. Oh my, look at those saves.
But the
Holy
damage
moly.
on the charge is
It's
what?
2 each.
Or is it some roll of the... No? No, is it the wards? Oh. 6 damage go... Oh, that's...
Oh man.
Wow.
Wow, he saved so well there.
Yeah.
It's insane. And the wards just kept on giving.
Oh. That's...
Oh my.
Yeah.
That is rough for Adam.
Yeah. Filip had a...
He did everything right, but the dice just didn't do it for him.
I mean, we were talking about that. Filip was put in a bad position. Looked like Adam could even sort of nail down the win early, but you need to actually do it. So, well,
See, that's where maybe Neferata being there could have helped, but it's also a risk putting her in the combat.
yeah. And again, what she would have needed to do, like 12 wounds to the Summer Dragon there.
But now Adam has to be careful when it comes to that dagger.
Yeah.
If Neferata gets any wounds in with it.
Yeah. Oh, it's a scary roll.
Did he save them both? He saved them both. Okay, so he's not losing his general anyway. Yeah, that is a big thing. Yeah. That is super important because that would just really suck for him if he were to lose his general there.
Yeah. It's already underwhelming.
Yeah, he's already had bad luck with the dice.
Adam could be facing a double turn from Filip now as well.
And that would be really harsh as well. He doesn't get to charge with a dragon where
That's true.
it's stuck in those blood knights right now.
That's the one. So how many damage?
2, I believe. So they're healed. So she healed back to him.
So that puts her from 5 to 3. Oh yeah, she was on 5 because
She was fine because she took 2 in the
on the gale.
on
Yeah,
the
that
gale.
is true.
Yeah, that was a rough combat phase for Adam.
Yep.
He had so much going in there, and the saves Filip made just
amazing.
just kept him alive.
Yeah.
And of course, also Adam whiffing totally with his lands on the general.
Yeah.
With the flaming weapons going as well and stuff.
Yeah.
So much
right.
damage. So much damage.
A lot of
that
damage
we've
not
gone
going
in
into
there.
any further.
But
Yeah.
it just didn't work.
Like say in the chat, he succeeded on everything up until when it actually mattered.
Yeah.
Its buffs are still up though.
Yep.
In case of that.
He has done desecrated lands. I believe he's controlling that.
Okay, this one is mine. Which one is the Filip General then? Is it the furthest away, the one furthest away?
Adam scored his battle tactic, I assume.
Yeah.
And 3 objectives, so 5 points.
Did this go? Yeah, he should. Yeah.
5 points. And then we have.
Where is that Galician champion?
The Galician champion is back on his home actually.
Yep. Is that the one with the wings then?
That's the one with the wings.
Yep.
This guy it's also a cool model. I believe it's a converted blood secretor combined with the wings of probably one of these the crypt flayers.
Yep. Looks like it.
It's really cool. And then it has like a big sword or something, spear.
Oh yeah.
Cool model.
Yeah, that's very cool.
Good conversion. Oh, and he gets the ethereal on the zombie dragon, I guess, or did he put it on the Neferata?
I suppose so.
So
The Summer Dragon would face the scary rend from the Blondness, because that you get extra rend on the chart, right? But
yeah, Waste Away goes off as well. Ooh, the Blood Knights are debuffed now. Yeah. And Waste Away is rough, reducing damage and wound rolls by 1.
that more or less takes you out of the game as a fighter.
It's a really powerful debuff spell, casting on a 6.
Yeah.
With 2 major debuffs like that, that is rough.
Yeah. See, I think it's a great challenge by Games Workshop that you can take control of the terrain piece and then in the following turn do desecrate the land on it. I fully agree to that. And especially since you won't need to consider should we bring some sort of control tokens for
right. That
terrain.
just gets really messy.
Yeah.
If you start controlling everything on the board.
It's the realm spell for
an
the
objective.
Yes, cast.
So he's destroying an objective.
No, it's just giving mortal wounds if you're standing within 6 inches of it.
Yes, exactly. I was very.
So it's on the upper, I suppose.
Yep.
So it's a really good spell. However, it's on a 12-inch range to cast.
Yeah, you have to be by the objective.
Yeah, and before FAQ, you could argue that you could hide the objective from the caster by standing on it. Well, that's been FAQ to be a no. You don't lead line of sight to that dot.
You do not.
Yeah, so... What was I saying? Yeah. Also, the battle tactic, the desecrate the land change has also made it so it's still an easy battle tactic in most situations, but it used to be sort of just an afterthought. You can always just if you'd run by a part of the terrain at some point.
You just hag it at some point and then you have it there in backup.
In case of emergency, I can always use that in turn 4 or 5. That's not the case any longer. So we're still into the spellcasting phase. It's a flaming weapon on the general.
What a surprise.
Yeah. He needs to kill those 20 zombies. He can't fail that. He don't want to miss out on the 2 points from the battle tactic. If he does that, succeed that, he should be controlling
2 objectives. I have a hard time seeing him getting 3.
Yeah.
So we'll more look like a.
Needs to.
So
Neferata,
Neferata is taking the place of that zombie dragon up there.
If you can do it, I can do it too.
Yep, that is the way to go. And they're having a bit of a laugh about that.
Where wasn't the zombie dragon? She's doing that in her hero phase.
Yep.
Yeah. Which puts her out of combat.
She is indeed out of combat. But that also means that
she can't be charged as long as you're standing up there.
It also means that the stuff down there isn't really being threatened by much for Adam. He doesn't have a lot threatening his big pieces. It's just the zombies now, and Filip has to try to use his dragons to fight those zombies without losing too much wounds, like taking too much damage there.
So the thing with this, if you zoom into that cliff, I agree that it's probably about 3 inches tall. But the thing is, yes, every movement is made measured, 3-dimensionally. Yeah. So if you're moving up, you are measuring up. So that Neferata made something like a 3-inch plus her base size move.
Yeah.
But when you in order to complete a charge, you need to end your move within half an inch of the opponent's base, and that is also measured in 3 dimensions. Yeah. So in order to be able to charge, you need to get within half an inch. She shouldn't be unchargeable though.
No.
'Cause I don't know how Jesper has ruled this. We could ask him later on if he has the opportunity to answer. Because you should be able to stand at the bottom and just roll a 3-inch charge and move 2.5 inches up along
Because
the wall.
you are still allowed to climb in this game. That is still
so it
allowed.
really shouldn't make her unchargeable, as I said earlier. No, just it will be hell though to measure and remember. That's why I prefer the cylindrical.
Yes.
You
just make the cylindrical thing a universal.
Yeah. That's my.
It simplifies things for sure, and Games Workshop might need to figure something out on that end.
This true line of sight nonsense is.
Yeah, true line of sight and
it's
just
the one bad thing about Warhammer, I believe.
It also kind of affects the hobby. So we have some skeletons joining the fight here from the gravesite onto the far objective here behind Philip's general.
So. That zombie dragon, Adam's general, should be able to charge Nafarata.
We also have another zombie dragon, as you can see here, in front of the zombies. And then
So
20
there's another 20 zombies coming in here. So this is also... This is sort of the... the time spent. These are, in a way, once per game abilities.
Yeah.
And these really takes time.
They do take time. Oh, he's trying to box them in with some zombies here.
And it needs to be within 12 inches of the gravesite.
Yep. Can he fit them all in there? Yeah, probably. Not an issue.
That red dotted gravesite is quite
different. Yeah. Yeah, rule is no model can be unchargeable.
Yes, you can answer yes, but that was me doing that.
Okay, we did that.
Me and Leon.
Yeah.
Sorry, Jesper is questioning our movement of
The table here.
the table.
And it's because we were supposed to be able to see what's going on the game and to help our table boss.
So, sorry, chat. You watching? We are talking indirectly to our TO and head coach here.
Oh wow, Bobbin is ramped up deluxe here. We're hearing cheers for Filip.
Yeah, can we get a vote? Which who are you rooting for?
Who are you all rooting for here?
I have a voice for Filip here.
Yeah, we have someone who is.
Filip is from Nyköping, right? No?
Possibly, I don't know exactly, but I think it's. Oh, it's
Walla Walla.
Okay.
He's from Walla Walla. Uddevalla. Sorry.
Yeah. There you go. And Adam, of course, is from Malmö.
Yeah. So. Some shooting from the zombie dragons.
Yep, so some dragon is shooting a bit on his general.
Into Adam's general then.
Yeah, there was some ones going in, probably one of them. One unsaved shot. 5 wounds.
So, what do you think?
Oh, I think we pretty much know what's gonna happen now. Things are gonna beat each other a bit. We're gonna see some zombies drop.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what's gonna happen. I don't think a lot is gonna happen down by the zombie dragon and the blood knights. They're pretty much just gonna stand there poking at each other a bit. Yeah, we have the charge successfully there from the middle dragon into the zombies, as expected, and then the general into the other zombies.
And the general made his charge. That is really important.
That is important.
A failed charge
because failed charge would be devastating, because that would be the battle technique fail. Skeletons failed to charge onto the general, I assume, or if it was on the zombies possibly.
Could be the summon.
Zombies, the new ones, also failed the charge behind him.
He wanted those to grab the extra point for the control more. But it's still good to have those there.
Oh yeah.
In case the zombies to die or is being stomped.
But the stomp work. Yeah.
So if Filip manages to kill off enough of the Blood Knights to sort of win that fight for a while at least, and if he gets a priority into turn 2, sorry, then he will be able to score that objective as well with the 20 zombies. So that's a good sum.
So I think the priority roll is going to be so important here. That's going to decide so much.
So attacks on the Blood Knights. Yep.
Do we have an
dice going
or something? Or?
Intensive rolling, dice going down on the floor. So that's in 2 saves.
Yeah. No, nothing. Doesn't seem like there is doing a lot.
They are still on the 3 up unrendable.
They are at least 3 up unrendable. Could be.
It's their output that Filip has managed to.
He has hampered. So they do. They have half more. He has more than half the damage. Like less than half now because reducing the wound rolls and the damage.
Yeah.
Which is really powerful against damage too.
So Adam is going to activate what? I mean, what will he be able to do there on the general if he can get?
He's going with a big block of zombies, trying to do something about the general.
I mean, he will get more models, but will he get if he gets more than 5 models in there, and those don't die? Because that general will not split his attacks.
Nope.
Shouldn't anyway. So that means that Filip won't gain control of that objective.
Depends on how many skeletons are on it. There are a couple of skeletons there.
He wanted that charge in. I think it was that charge that failed. And it looks like 3 or something.
Maybe.
Oh yeah, sure. So he needs 9 zombies then?
Yeah, 4 of them it looks like. Maybe possibly.
It looks like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 zombies, 10 even. If that's a zombie in the shadow of the wing behind there.
It could be, yes.
6, 8.
Yeah, and 10 zombies should be enough because it looks like there's 4 skeletons back there.
That denies.
And then he's just gonna try to put the rest of the
unless,
other
of course, that zombie dragon in the middle does a horrendous amount of damage on the zombies.
Oh, of course, and it could put some attacks, but it depending on how much damage the middle one does. Yeah. He can't really afford to split the attacks of his general.
This is rough for Filip because he lost both the zombies in the control, the ability to control the lower objective and this one.
Yeah.
That's sure. What can you do? That's
that's how zombies work. They're just all over the place.
It's the perk of having hordes.
Yeah. So now we're gonna check all the roll. There's so many dice to roll here.
Yep.
For Adam.
And zombies aren't harmless.
No. It's mainly trying to get some mortal wounds in there.
Into the middle dragon.
Yep, this is the middle dragon.
That's 36, and
so
that's
18 zombies.
And so we have a sort of a ton of attacks into the general, and quite a lot of zombies not attacking at all. So that whole block in itself, that's a lot of dice being handed out.
Just trying to get those 6s now. Just 6s to hit.
The 6s hits the middle dragon because of the debuff from Neferata.
Yep, Neferata's debuff there.
It's still more than 6 hits, so it's quite a lot of 6s.
There's a couple in there. Couple of saves for a 3-up save. 1 damage through.
And that's the elegant measuring that Filip did.
Yeah. And that was a really important measure as well.
Yeah.
Making sure that he's within range of that debuff.
Yep. That also gives us. Well, now Adam didn't know that, but it's close to not being worth rolling those 36 dice. But you can't sort of say, I'll choose not to succeed on these rolls. No. You have to roll them.
You have to roll them.
Which takes seconds away from you. So, and that's the downside of heavy hordes.
Sometimes it takes your time. There were 2 wounds on the general.
2 wounds on the
zombies.
Not enough to bracket it?
No.
And for the general, it's all about killing the zombies.
And the general is most likely just going to heal up, right?
Yeah.
So
as long as it's not really interesting how much, but it's definitely important how much damage he can do to those. Can he kill those 20 zombies? 14 damage is what I hear. So how much damage is... Or is it the middle dragon attacking?
They're trying to just figure out which sequencing there is, because some zombies have died. But the dragon also heals. So I think the heal is first, and then when it's slain, it triggers that the zombies will do more wounds back onto it if they on a 5-up. So they still explode back into his face. Which is good for the zombie player, meaning that after you heal, you can still take the mortal wounds back.
So 3 mortals on the zombie dragon. So it's on 3 wounds taken, something like that.
Something like that. Yeah, it's just the 3 wounds taken because he healed up because he killed mortals.
So we see Adam is taking the losses from the middle there.
Yep.
And that's to keep control of the objective.
Yep.
I hope Filip won't split this attack, and I suppose he won't.
So the 20. Yeah, the 20 that are targeted by the general will try to fight it now.
Bit curious why he didn't attack with that general first.
Because the middle dragon, mainly because if he didn't pile into the general now, the general could pile away from this center unit. Then they wouldn't be. They would still be able to move there.
But not the zombies. Just why Filip didn't attack those 20.
That is a good question, though. I think that was a miscalculation, because there's no point in attacking a unit that was already fought.
It didn't achieve anything.
Yeah, no. You're right. That was a miss by Filip.
He's on 2 wounds taken. I don't know how much Adam needs to do to Filip to bracket him, but probably
quite a bit.
Yeah,
I'm thinking like
more.
I think it's first when they get to like 8 wounds or something, they start bracket. So
quite a lot of dice being rolled. Huh?
What have we here? Just a couple. Nothing. Yeah. No damage really.
Yep. It's no biggie really.
And you can see here now the clock has been ticking a bit for Adam. He's down to 49 minutes.
Yeah.
And he's
that was a really long first turn.
That's a very long first turn.
Yeah.
It was also a very good setup. He did everything right in very many ways, but the dice failed him.
So yeah, the lists are available at Exen, and it's exen.org/tournament. The tournaments and then there's a couple of numbers. So a link is a good thing.
2099, I believe it was. Yes, so exen.com/tournament/
To make it easy for you, I'll provide the link instead, of course, unless someone else beats
we have it
me
there.
to it.
Yeah, exen.com, not org. Yes.
Oh, sorry, did I say org?
No, we have the link there. We have 3 people linking here now. We are good. Thank you guys for linking.
Rodemar, are you sure you know where the Exen is?
Of course, Rodemar here is the creator of Exen, and it's an amazing system that we all use for tournament like stats and reporting and matchups and everything management here. And we love it, and we're very thankful for it.
Yeah, it's a great tool.
It's a really good tool.
takes 5 wounds.
And
So he
taken
take-
6. So he heals 5, takes 6. I think that's
Yeah.
what's happening here.
Did they all die? The
I
20
believe
zombies?
they all died. Looks like it.
Yes, did they all die?
Can we get confirmation that all those zombies from the target unit died? From our table boss? Oh, we're just checking here. But it looks like it. I don't see any zombies there. So I would assume so.
Yep. It could be some zombies hiding behind.
That could be. There's been a question here. Oh, the whole unit is not dead, so it looks like he did not complete his battle tactic.
Is not
That is a big thing.
puts Filip on scoring 1 point this turn.
1 point.
That's the thing.
That is
That's
heavy.
Yeah.
Because he didn't get the zombies in the back either.
That is very well played by Adam as well.
Oh, yeah, Adam
but
really covered the bases that well.
He took some-
reacted really well to when things didn't go his way.
Yeah.
He had that contingency at least to mitigate what Filip could do objective-wise. Because that did not require a lot of dice rolls.
Yeah. It is all about moving and piling the zombies the right way and
Definitely. And this is where you can see that this is the highest level of Warhammer that we
Yeah.
have to offer in Sweden.
yeah.
Every little
Ooh,
detail
that's a
matters.
removed. Is that the final zombie?
What's happening? So he's losing a couple of more zombies, I think, from Battle Shock. Right?
Oh, the zombie. There's no
Zombies
inspiring
on
presence
the
on the
way there.
zombies.
Yeah. Oh, he did get the battle tactic. Yes, because the zombie.
So, what about the Blood Knights?
No,
He took-
no. The tactic did not work because he didn't destroy them with a general.
Yeah,
He has to
that is
destroy them
true.
with an attack. That is shocking them off does not count.
That is true. And also, as the chat is pointing out, the Blood Knights have taken a second loss,
Yeah.
which really puts this Blood Knight, the furthest, closest to his Neferata,
Yeah.
is out of coherency.
Oh,
Yeah.
they might be within an inch there if they
No, it's not.
might not be.
I wouldn't say that. That
Unless-
Blood Knight is out of coherency, I'd say,
Okay, yeah, could be.
because
How did that happen? That could be an issue.
because he did have one Blood Knight
He
covering
did.
up,
Yeah.
and that one he took as a casualty.
Have the Blood Knights fought though?
Yep, and that's
didn't- I didn't
that
see
is,
that.
is what that one
But
picked
yeah,
up.
that's one Blood Knight not disappearing to coherency. That is rough too.
Yeah, they haven't fought. No,
Yeah.
I can't remember them fighting. No,
I didn't see them fight.
No.
Maybe that just went really quick. I don't know.
could
Feels like
be.
we messed up.
They were pretty heavily.
Oh, Filip won the initiative here. So we did get a double.
And he has chosen. Oh, which one would that be? What's the name of that battle tactic? It is something about hunger.
Did not see anything about hunger here.
What's the name of that battle tactic then?
The choice is vintage or something?
Oh, okay, so they did attack too.
So we have 1 point for first turn for Filip. And yes, choice
That is
choice.
rough, of course, but he,
And that was failed battle tactic.
but winning this priority gives him. Now he can make sure that he scores the upper objective. And, but this clock is on Adam. Is it
The
Adam's
vintage.
turn?
It's the vintage. Oh, curse. Oh, curse and light. Ah, I see. Curse and light. So Cursed on Life. Could we
Yep.
do we have any?
Yeah,
info
we need
on
to
what
bring that up.
does? Have a look at what that is.
We'll bring it up.
Let's see. Yeah. We'll put up here.
So-
You complete this tactic if any ones allocated to your general or 2 other friendly vampire units are healed using the hunger ability this turn, which is just one that you heal by eating people.
Yeah. So
That's what it does.
kill something, and it will be a scored battle point. So. So yeah, this this really puts Filip in a good position to sort of expand his board presence.
Definitely.
And Adam is still suffering in a way from that failed gambit at the beginning.
Definitely. Especially now that he lost the initiative this round. This is rough for him.
That's a rough combo for
He
him.
really needed to get some major piece off the board first turn with that gambit.
Waste
And
away
the
with like.
back up on the Blood Knights.
Yep. So I mean, he did react very well to Philip's first
he did.
turn and the way he piled and stuff
The
like
question
that.
now is will enough survive to keep fighting and to take something out? Because the dragons
Philip has
are
Neferata standing ready up
dangerous.
there. Will Neferata charge Neferata, for example?
No idea. This would be
the dagger in her-
anything goes now, I think.
Yeah.
We have a comment here from Ramjams that Soulblight versus Soulblight, sure they're strong, but didn't expect 2 of them in the final. Well, here we can see just how strong they can be. Especially the zombie lords on dragons, vampire lords on zombie dragons.
Zombie Lord of Vampire Dragons.
Zombie lord on vampire dragons, exactly. The way they heal by killing things, and then you have like at least one general who's unrendable, and then adding Neferata to that, where you can redeploy them, make another unrendable. Ooh, that is nasty.
Flaming weapon on the general.
Back up on general.
That's another bunch.
So he
of
gets all the same
zombies.
buffs, all the same spells off as the last turn.
Yep.
That is, it's just win-win for Filip here. That he got to go again without losing any of the buffs that he managed to get off last time. All
Looks
the
like
spells
he's
are-
measuring for Neferata to go.
Yeah, I think he wants to go for the champion there in the background. Because that will also deny Adam the use of battle tactics.
Yep, that is true.
If
Adam hasn't used cutting maneuver.
he is redeploying.
So
his
redeploy. See,
vampire.
that's an important
Oh,
roll.
that's
It's a big.
It's a 6. It's a 6. That's a big redeploy.
If he
makes that
stays
charge
on the
rough.
objective as well,
Yeah.
it doesn't matter if Neferata makes a charge and only makes it to the corpse cart.
She can
She
still
will not
pile
control
in.
him.
No. So
It depends on the charge
could
roll. If she gets a big charge
yeah,
roll,
she could possibly pile in to the far side of the corpse car.
yeah, but she still needs to be able to reach. If she can't, she needs to be at least half an inch away from the corpse cart. So yeah, it's a little less than 6 inches, of course, between the corpse cart and that vampire
so
lord.
she could possibly do it.
Yeah,
At least with some
it's
of the-
absolutely doable.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Oh, here come the zombies too. Don't forget about the zombies. But he's probably just gonna go for the objective, it seems here, to try to secure that objective. Make sure he starts scoring points, because he needs to think about that too. He has to score some points.
Yeah, I mean, sure, we are halfway through the game almost.
Yeah.
But Adam has still only gone through his first turn.
Yeah.
And he's probably sort of reeling emotionally by now. At least I would do that. Sort of just watching my opponent go through his game, but he's still at the result of his initial gambit. So he's still got 5 turns to do stuff. So yeah. It probably feels worse for Adam. He's not in a very good position, but it feels worse
And also
than
something
it
we have
is.
to remember here is that those zombies die, they can just come back.
Yeah,
Well, at least half of them, right?
half of them. Yeah,
And I don't know if we saw any role for that. It would be crucial to remember those roles.
We've
But
seen
it could,
them.
oh,
We've
I
seen them
believe
be forgotten.
it's the start of the battle shock.
Yeah,
because
start of
since
the
they ran off at the end of the battle shock,
Yeah.
he didn't lose them in time to get them back.
Yeah, that is true. That is true.
But he's going to get them this turn. He's going to get a chance to get them back.
Yeah.
Possibly both units if the last zombies in the other unit is removed.
The start of movement phase in the new book, no?
What's the start of movement for the new book? Oh, or end of, I see.
It
Oh,
will probably be end of, but
that is interesting. Is it both players or is it just your own?
it's a movement phase anyway.
You never know with these new rules.
Which would still be before he lost it.
Both players. Okay. That is interesting too. That means that it could really mess things up for you now.
Yeah.
Putting it at the end of opponent's movement phase, blocking things up. You could put things in front of the vampire now, for instance. You could stick 10 zombies up there, making sure Nefraka doesn't get in.
Yeah, definitely a good point. Good show. Which
Oh,
is...
he failed that.
Oh,
He did not get the zombies.
The Adam didn't get his zombies up.
Yep.
But that's another use for the redeploy by the Vampire Lord.
Yeah.
Because to give that space
For
the
the zombies to pop up. Exactly.
The shooting attacks being rolled here. That's a lot of saves from those. Rewards even.
There's a lot of zombies dying, I believe. Yep. There's zombies in the middle being shot at by the dragons.
And another roll for Deathless.
He's opening up for the middle one.
Yes. I mean,
Keeping the
if
general tied up there with the flaming
Yeah,
weapon.
but that leaves the middle one open to roll a charge. It should be close enough for a 12-inch charge towards the Vampire Lord, right?
There might still be a zombie within 3 inches there.
Yeah.
That might be within 3 inches.
Yeah, that's within 3.
So he still has them tied.
He still-
He still has them
yep.
tied.
But can the general do a shot? Shooting? So a shoot. Oh, perhaps that was.
Maybe that was both of them?
Yeah.
Oh no, maybe I should.
No, it should be done one on each.
Yeah. Oh, okay. They might be combined. Maybe that is the
Another 2.
6 damage here on the Blood Knights. On this warded 2, I believe.
Another 2 dead Blood Knights. Oh, we're seeing Autumn being hit quite bad.
Okay, no, one Blood Knight.
Yeah,
and
he saved one of them.
Yeah, one
for the ward.
warded. Yes. He's losing so many Blood Knights here. That's not good.
Yeah, it really is. Oh, what's the charge on that? It's never. Oh, wow, he's making it in there.
Yeah, he's in there. Going for that champion.
That's a 12-inch charge roll.
Oh, yes.
My,
That's a
it's
nice shot.
piling on, Adam.
Yeah,
Really,
that's not that
that's
charge. Getting wearing
it's
it.
being really rough on him. The dice are.
Dice are definitely against Adam here.
Yeah, it's one thing after the other, just piling on.
There's a stomp on the Vampire Lord. Seems to have worked one maybe.
It's 2 mortal wounds in that one.
What else we have? Probably a roar. On the Blood Knight.
The roar, that one, yeah. The roar, the Blood Knights.
Yep, and it's worked.
Yep. So they are stuck on their 3 up. Still a 3 up unreadable, but we are seeing them being whittled down.
Yeah, just one after the other, falling over. This is still those 1s and 2s you roll. They'll take a bit of damage.
So it starts over by the Blood Knights.
Starting with the Blood Knight.
Attack.
The dragon is going all out attack against the Blood Knights.
Yeah, that's a good choice. He needs to sort of just. How many wounds are on the made on the?
Oh, they were roar. That's what I thought. There shouldn't be an all defense there.
Yeah, I fully understand Adam being sort of
Yeah.
reeling from the
Yeah,
impact,
reeling, definitely.
and
This is
that's
rough for him.
it's hard to be, and then that's with you as an opponent, or as we have in this case, let's take a quick look at this. We have Jesper, our head coach, and Theo, head coach. I mean,
head organizer.
head organizer and head judge, actually. He's been sitting by this table because there's so much writing on this being played fairly and correctly.
This is so important.
And when you're stressed up, it's so easy to forget stuff like that. You are being roared, and it's not fair if that's all on your. Oh, sorry, it's all on your opponent to remember.
So.
I'm accidentally hitting the area.
Things are so wild that we're smacking each other around here in the studio. Oh my. On the 3-ups, untrendable. Yeah.
Oh.
So, one died.
One died from that. Those attacks. Three damage taken on
them. So there's still 3 blood dice left, but they are still seriously debuffed here.
Yeah.
So Adam's general will have to do a lot of heavy lifting here now if he wants to turn this around, and he might need to have a double for that.
I mean, he has Neferata there as well, so those two should be able to take down that zombie dragon.
They should be able to, but that's what we said about the first turn too, about things happening.
And if they do that, they ignore the 20 zombies that Filip has moved.
Yeah. The thing is, the 20 zombies are going into Neferata most likely?
Yeah, and
they actually didn't go there.
Yeah,
they're just standing on the objective.
Yeah, they're taking the objective. So, and if Adam prioritizing. The Vampire Lord makes 4 damage on Neferata, which means he heals up his 4 damage.
So now Neferata has to take him from full health instead.
Filip is scouting on the dagger, doing the work.
Yeah. She still has a bunch of good powerful attacks.
It's still Neferata.
It's still Neferata, still a more Tark with a lot of powerful attacks.
Yeah, but so I would say if Adam on his turn goes into this in both of them into the zombie lord, zombie dragon lord, then he ignores the 20 zombies, which means that Filip keeps that objective.
Yeah.
So Adam, who will be struggling when it is his turn. If he does that, it's good for the board space, but it puts him behind on the objectives.
Exactly. So that is something he has to consider. Let's see here if Neferata can take out that Vampire Lord. Adam has used all that defense on it.
So the lesson here, kids, is don't whiff your attacks with your zombie lance and zombie dragon lance attacks.
No. Vampires are not good at whiffing.
If you have that flaming lance with a lot of rends, don't roll 1s and 2s.
And I'm guessing the vampire.
It looks like
survived.
It is alive. 3 damage on the vampire. Any of those coming from the dagger?
I'm not sure.
Because that's all at the end of the combat phase, right?
That would be decisive here.
Oh yeah, we had some wolves there.
The wolves are piling in on the. So we do have dagger damage.
Yep.
We do have dagger damage on the vampire lord. So that 5-up will matter.
Yeah, it's still. I mean, those wolves makes it so Filip can't take the objective even if he kills that zombie.
He does not have the
vampire lord. So that
like
clears up the final zombies there.
The zombie dragon general here is probably just wiping out those.
Should do that. It frees up the middle zombie dragon.
Yep.
Oh, this is proving a strong list for Filip.
Oh yes. Especially since he didn't lose those key pieces early on.
Adam is losing tools here.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the
Neferata. That would be the Neferata knife, correct.
So it's to be a 5-up roll. If it's made, Neferata has killed the Vampire Lord, the Galician champion.
So 6 more wounds found
It's
in
painful killing zombies.
Yeah. 10 dead zombies.
Especially
there might be a couple left.
But he should have healed some wounds before he took those wounds. And
But
But that's not all of them, yeah?
We have a comment here that for some reason it feels like that first turn is gonna really hurt Philip from Seedance here. That could be the case.
That could be the case.
1 point there is rough. Yeah, there won't be any inspiring presence on those zombies, so they are most likely gonna run off.
Yeah, that's true. If he lost 10,
yeah,
right?
so on a 1, he might still have a 1 zombie standing there.
Yeah.
So I believe it's 2 of them left, 3 maybe.
3
of them left.
1 or 2, lets him keep 1 or 2.
So let's see what's happening to Neferata here.
Yeah, the wolves are attacking Neferata.
It might be the corpse card actually.
Table was said the wolf,
That's
right?
looks like it must there.
So, and now the Blood Knights into the Zombie Dragon. Adam is starting to step up the tempo of his actions here.
Yeah,
which is good.
He's feeling the clock now too.
But yeah,
There's also a lot of dice rolling for all the saves and wards going on that is taking so much time.
Yeah,
And then, of
Filip
course,
is on
with
53 minutes with 2 turns taken.
Yeah. That's also because he doesn't have any big blocks of zombies moving him to move around. Blood Knights did 1 damage to the zombie dragon.
Yeah, it's a heavy buff.
Yeah.
Bet the shock phase over into now then.
Adam might want to try to free up those Blood Knights just to
Took
get
them
the
off,
rally.
just. Oh yeah, they took a large hit earlier.
Yeah.
It's like 25 or 30. Isn't 10 dead? It's just 10 dead by this one. Right?
Oh yes, they all went. Of course, they're gone.
5
So
points
he's going
for
to 5 points,
yep,
yes, because he's holding 2 more. And complete the battle tactic. Yeah.
puts him
That
65.
was a very successful turn for Filip.
Yeah.
Even though there wasn't anything crucial or unexpected, he just had a very good momentum going there. And especially the main thing is that he kept his buffs and debuffs up.
No, they forgot
they
the
forgot
Neferata.
to roll for Neferata.
Yeah.
Oh no. That is
If
the
it
thing that
is-
happens.
Yeah, if it is forgotten, it is
It
forgotten.
is forgotten, unfortunately. Yes. That is actually just a very, very small victory for Adam, I think. But at the
Could
same time,
just as well have
yeah.
been rolling a 3 or something
Right,
like that.
yeah. But at the same time, I'm not sure that Vampire Lord is going to make that big a difference for him.
Okay,
So
it
Jasper
looks
is
like
ruling
we're...
that they have to do it, and they are not allowed to skip it. They are not allowed to skip that.
Shouldn't...
But it seems to have failed. So, never mind.
2 and it lives.
Oh, Jasper is on top of this.
Yeah, it's good to have him there. Yep.
Oh, this is so... there's so much tension here. This is so tense. There's so much to play for.
Yeah, I mean, Adam has lost
much
a
can
lot of tools, but he has some left still.
I mean, mainly it's zombies, and he's going to be able to get zombies back.
Yeah.
He's lost a lot of Blood Knights, though. So
Yeah.
he needs to free them up if he wants to rally some Blood Knights back.
Yep.
That would be an important thing for him, so he can get them to actually be a punching bag again.
So perhaps he should
Hammer.
retreat those Blood Knights now, hope for a
yes.
double, and rally some back, and
Yeah.
then do another charge.
Or hope that they can do anything against the knight or the vampire, but I don't think that's worth it. They are so debuffed right now. they're not doing
I'd
much.
prefer moving Neferata and the general in to kill the zombie dragon
Yeah.
while retreating the Blood
Yeah.
Knight side, accepting the eye
Eye
for
for
an
an eye
eye.
has been picked, so he has to kill something.
Yeah,
And
but
I'm
that would
thinking
be
that is the zombie dragon.
Yeah, and sort of accept that. Yep, that means he will only score one objective.
Yeah. But if
But
he can
if-
take the battle tactic, that is still 3 points,
Yeah.
and that puts him ahead. And then if he can get initiative turn 2 or turn 3,
Yep.
he
Then,
still has a chance of
Yeah,
start
and,
taking the board back.
yeah, and if he scores 3, it's still up on the battle round,
Yeah.
8 to 6. Since Filip didn't score much, so that probably is the better move for him.
Yeah.
And we'll see if this game it has really swung according to
yes.
to dice roll.
Very,
so
very
you can
much. So
swing back to
the
the
dice
autumn.
rolls are really making and breaking this.
Spirit Gale is
We're
here
going off
again,
here, so we're getting wounds all over the place.
and those wounds are
Seems to
now
be like
hitting
one
damaged
wound,
models.
I believe, on just and everything. Yeah. So every single unit in Filip's army is taking 1 mortal wound.
It's a lot rougher taking those. Neferata as well.
Yeah.
1 on the zombies. Neferata takes a wound as well.
What else we have?
But on the other hand, now we get to see how Adam really reacts to that misfortune of the turn 1. I mean, he did well in his own or in Filip's turns, but he doesn't have that much options to play, that many options.
His hero has gone off on herself, I believe. Yeah.
On herself, yeah.
Because that's pretty much what he has to put it on.
Yeah. That's
Blood
the
Knights
one.
are not.
They are out of the game
They
for
are out
this.
of the game for and that also means that when he charges Neferata into that dragon, along with the general, they're both unrenderable.
Yep.
Which minimizes the risk of that dragon healing up between the activations of those two heroes.
Oh, that's
So
correct.
that is the way he just wants to gang up on it and take it
Kill
down.
it. Yeah. But even after, and he needs to play his turn fast here, because even if this turn 2 goes exactly according to plan,
So 3 more turns that he has to, and things are going to happen. He's going to still need to roll
And
a lot of dice for
yeah.
things to go his way here.
killing that still means that flaming weapon is on the general. There is still 3 dragons or 2 dragons and Neferata in that case.
Oh, and the dragon has been debuffed as well.
The middle one.
The middle one.
Yeah,
exactly.
not the one facing the ethereal. I don't think Adam will engage that dragon now.
No, but it's mainly just in case he doesn't get the priority.
He retreats away with the
Of course,
vampire lord.
makes total sense.
Yeah. So that now.
Now Neferata is stuck in a
Yeah.
lot of wolves,
Yeah, and
and there might be zombies coming as well.
and it does not matter for as long as that vampire lord is alive.
Yeah,
It's the only one that counts for the objective.
exactly.
And if Adam actually manages to keep away from Neferata with it,
Yeah.
then he can do a cunning maneuver later in the game.
And as we can see also here is that I don't know how many zombies are on that objective, but it could actually be the case. Let's see here. The
wolves
wolves
are-
are also retreating. Yeah, there's no point in healing Neferata up, I guess.
Yeah, unless of course you want to, you want to be able
Yeah,
to
but-
survive with them
yeah.
and stay keep
Yeah,
her in
because
combat.
she's just gonna stand there and keep healing. I think he's waiting for the opportunity to take her out on his double turn.
But on the other hand, if say Filip wins the priority,
Yeah.
then Neferata is free to charge into the vampire
The
lord.
problem at this point is that the general is also free there. The central dragon is free.
Yeah, that is
If
true.
he loses that priority,
Yeah, it's gonna be rough anyway.
It's gonna be a really bad time for him. So he might have to make the best of what he can do and really bank for that double turn.
Yeah, it's fair to play for the double turn at
Yeah.
this moment.
That is a valid strategy. many
Yeah.
times.
He needs to win. Just losing by a little doesn't count for much if you're fighting for the trophy.
Yeah. And
to win.
we have another comment here from Sweden that probably the only frustrating part of this game competitively, no matter how well you might play sometimes, the dice betray. Yes. And I think that Adam really feels betrayed by the dice gods right now.
But it still hasn't had the opportunity to swing back. So they betrayed him at the end of his turn 1, but
We'll just have to see what happens now.
the game state hasn't progressed further than at.
So he
We're
wants-
right after that.
Yeah, he
when it
wants
comes
to get the dragon onto that objective, but there might be
and that is
might
to
be a
compete.
bit it might be a bit hard to get by.
Are
there.
you saying that?
Neferata is moving.
So it's going for the middle dragon
He
instead?
might be going for the middle dragon.
Looks like it.
The middle dragon is hurt.
So we have a redeploy. Because I don't think he should. Oh, what do you think? What if Adam splits his attention here?
Oh no! There's no way he's doing that. There's no way he's doing that.
Yeah. Because that's 2-inch, but isn't that behind sort of the skeleton screen
Yes,
for the
there's
general?
so yeah, I think it's trying to circumvent the skeletons
Yeah,
That
it's
could be
measuring
anything.
to be able to charge in there.
because
The-
those Blood Knights have to leave that combat now. There's no way they're gonna stay in there. But the thing is, he doesn't want to take them out until he's moved his dragon and Neferata because he doesn't want that to redeploy. But now we have had the redeploy,
Yeah.
so it doesn't really matter. You can still do the unleash though.
Yep.
But that you're not going to get around that because he has to get those Blood Knights out of there so he can start rallying them. They aren't doing anything there right now.
Yeah. I mean, so he moves that Summer Dragon up there, so it's got a charge. Sure, they're standing probably close enough.
So
I
he's
assume
trying to
that
get
it's
through the
less.
skeletons.
Yeah, it's less than 10 skeletons,
He
right?
can also shoot them,
Yeah, you can shoot that. That is correct.
and that's the thought.
Yeah. Was that Neferata's charge?
No, the zombies.
Ah,
So
okay.
he hasn't left the dragon?
It appears so.
Oh no. Why are the Blood Knights there? What are they doing there?
Dying.
Oh no. Has he totally missed that?
Looks like it. That could be the point to now it's in shooting.
The dragon is shooting, probably taking out the skeleton.
No,
No, he's saved. Yeah, I think he's kind of. he's
So
very,
into
very
the short
frustrated.
phase.
Yeah. 5 inches, and he's just
Right.
going into the
So-
skeletons.
Yep. But if he makes Neferata, if he makes it with
Maybe
Neferata,
she can go into the skeletons, and then you can get the dragon into.
yeah, and that's more than 10.
Oh no, this Neferata failures her charge. Oh, it's unleash. Okay, it's an unleash. Okay, nothing happened from the unleash.
Neferata's charge.
Oh, it's a double one.
Oh, that's 1 point reroll for
Yeah,
that.
he has to reroll that. They got it.
She makes it on the reroll.
The 12 inch. 12 inch with charging.
We saw that happy movements by Filip. And
Now the
there's a
question is,
lot
what can he do when he would have-
riding on this game.
I do not understand why he did not retreat though. There must be some reason to it, or he just totally forgot because he was so caught up in everything else. But he had a lot of time to consider that. So
Can he kill the middle zombie dragon? That one is debuffed. And if he can kill it, he will score his battle tactic, he will put himself in a better position, and he will gain control of that middle objective since
Yes,
that's
he
less than 10 skeletons. So
So that is one way to have control two objectives. It could be that you just left that objective to
since the zombies, he can compete
Yeah.
with the zombies.
just
he's
go for
doing
that
it.
instead on two objectives his own way.
Yeah. So it's
So Neferata
is Neferata on the center objective as well? If we
I do
could,
not- I
I
don't-
think
I'm not sure that's-
Andreas checking that. Looks
It
like
does,
it.
Yeah, it does look like it. It does look like she is on it.
So, because then we have those 10 models on competing with the 10 skeletons
Yeah.
that aren't 10 anymore because of the spirit gale.
So she's just on the edge of it.
She's on the line.
Yeah,
That should be enough.
that should be enough. The line is the edge of it. So
Yeah.
nice sportsmanship sharing a failed charge.
I would be
Wow.
cheering just as much
I
as
mean,
Filip in that.
I think Philip is very happy with the dice gods right now. They
Yeah.
are really showing him favor. So I can see that he is kind of riding a high on that because he's seeing that despite all the effort that Adam is putting in, all the good plays, the dice aren't going in his favor, and that is showing. So, oh, the Blood Knight. Oh, that was probably a stomp on the Blood Knight.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do the Blood Knights return through the grave sites?
No, they are not summonable.
They are not summonable, are they?
No.
So, I don't know. he hoping that they'll survive that?
Well,
And there's no way for us to.
sorry for falling silent there, guys, but
It's so
it's a
breathtaking.
nail biter.
Oh yes.
If we ask Adam afterwards and things aren't going his way, he will probably Titanic duel. So you have two Titanic duels. There's
Dragon against dragon,
yeah.
and then a dragon against Neferata.
Yeah, that is correct. And if you ask Adam afterwards, he will probably say that if he ends up losing this, that wasn't exciting. It was already going downhill. But that's the difference between watching a game and playing a game.
yes.
Because when you're playing a game, often you hear this, "Oh no, it was decided in turn 1" or whatever. But as a spectator, you don't see that.
No.
You see options on both sides, and
Especially when you see the game. And also I think very much with different players playing and how they play and how they can turn things around. That gets you to kind of appreciate the flexibility and the dynamics of this game.
Yeah.
How everything can just shift.
So this will be very important. Will he be able to kill that vampire lord on zombie dragon? And hopefully
A bunch of saves that he needs to make there.
it's rough, but he will probably hope for getting some wounds in with a knife.
There's this is just some skeletons being taken off
Very
the
good
board.
for Adam if he can clear that as well. But
But you should have. Oh, we did not have any more attacks. Oh, that might have been Neferata's attacking actually.
so
Okay, then the dragon has already done its attacks.
okay.
The general has done his attacks.
Has the general Adam's general killed all the skeletons? Is that unit
Looks like
clear?
there was one skeleton still there. There is
Three skeletons still alive, so he hasn't so far not.
How much
managed
damage
to-
did we see on
Might
the
his
dragon?
eye for an eye.
Oh, 13 wounds taken on the dragon.
And then we have Neferata left.
And Neferata is still left there.
She should be able to do that, but
Well, here we go.
it depends on the rolls.
It depends on how much he's
Here
healing
we-
now, attacking Neferata.
It's confidence.
4 wards.
2 rolls, 2 saves to be made. It takes a wound
Yeah.
from the knife, I suppose.
Two more saves.
2 more saves to be made.
Those look like they got through. And that is probably a dead dragon. No, it's not
3
dead.
damage. There's more
One
attacks
wound
coming in.
left,
Neferata.
She still has the mount there, I think. This is the mount attacks. Yeah. Oh, and there are saves. Well, and
Should
that
be enough to.
looks like there's
Good of Filip to punch that time back.
That is it. The dragon is dead anyway. That's actually the
That's
ball
a
tactic.
dead
That's a ball
dragon.
tactic. That is a scored objective. Adam is still in the game, most definitely. Yeah, and they're both
Very,
healed to
very
full here.
important.
Neferata is unrendable. His general is unrendable.
Yep.
They are on an objective. But the Blood Knights are being attacked now.
Yep.
I feel so bad for Adam about this because they didn't need to be there.
Yeah.
There's no
Yeah,
point.
perhaps it's not a mistake. I don't know what that would be though. No. Must be a mistake. So, Adam will score 4 points. Yep, 4 points.
4 points? Yes, indeed. Are they still alive? No, he's taking them off. And see. Oh, to the wound.
The wound.
I understand kind of that he wanted to keep it there, like just in case to tie it up, but no.
It's too much to ask 3 of them to survive.
I don't see why he wanted to let him heal as well. Because that was a quite back of the dragon. He has to get this double turn now and go and take one more dragon off the board.
Yeah.
And probably secure the bottom objective with the zombies there, or go for Neferata. He could go for Neferata, but I don't know if that's gonna help that much with scoring though. So it's 1. Yeah, it's 1, 2, and the
4.
Yeah, so 4.
For Adam is miscalculating his own points.
So that is. Yep.
Yep.
Oh my.
Yeah.
This is so intense.
So the priority.
This is the priority here. Did Adam get
Filip needs to reroll his.
it? Adam got it? Did Adam get it? Oh, Filip got it. Oof, that is rough for Adam. Those rolls. He really can't get the rolls that he needs.
Desecrate the lands, I heard that.
Yeah, desecrate. Yep, the zombies are desecrating that land.
Yep.
That's a free battle tactic.
Yeah, it is, since he wants to remain there to keep control of the objective as well.
The question now
should be able to score
Yes.
5 points this turn,
Yeah.
putting him on a 11-9 lead. The big question though is
He has to
will he
take
be
one
able
more
to kill?
objective though. He will have to take one more objective. He will have to kill that vampire lord.
The bottom, he already controls that down there.
The bottom
Yeah,
and the top,
yeah,
yes,
he needs
but
to kill the
he will
vampire.
have to either
Yep.
contest that objective with 2 monsters on it. Not likely gonna happen,
No.
Or he will have to kill the vampire lord. Yeah. He healed 1 on the general with a heroic action.
Heroic recovery, yeah. So Neferata goes for the vampire lord, but
That's what
Adam
you have to do.
still can still get more zombies back.
Yeah.
So
And the thing is, he still has more models, so
yeah.
2 things have to come there, but it's probably the vampire lord plays general, so Phil's general will join Neferata to try to clear that objective.
The vampire lord is being
So the foot vampire is healing as well. He's taking 2 wounds. 1 wound, I'm sorry. 1.
One mistake. It's rough for Adam
Oh, this is
losing
very rough
this,
for Adam.
but it's still a game because
Oh, yes.
Filip hasn't. He's been scoring heavily now in the last turn and will probably score.
But that 1 point scoring is rough.
So Spirit
Gale
Gale.
is off. So we're getting 1 wound back to everything else. Adam's side is still.
But Adam did a fairly quick turn 2, which puts him back in a decent amount of time for the final 3, not a huge amount.
No.
A lot of time
He is
thinking.
going to be pressed for time now. For sure. The ethereal save is failed. That will matter for Adam's turn, especially if he gets a double.
Yeah.
If he gets a double from 3rd to 4th, then that could mean that he's got 2 big pieces he can take off.
Yep.
And maybe contain the score and keep the score up.
It's really important for Adam to keep his head in the game, to not give up, to not be too frustrated.
Don't let the dice. Okay, we have the flaming weapon on the show. But yeah, he cannot let the past die rolls that were against him. He can't let that affect him now.
No.
He does not have the time. He does not have the resources to waste here.
It's so easy to just accept that this is not my game, this is not my day.
Yeah. And he can't let it get to him. He has to remember that he still has a shot at doing this.
Yep.
This game is still everything to play for.
Absolutely. I mean, Filip will not engage that zombie dragon with his zombies, so that zombie dragon on 4 wounds taken
Yeah.
is it will still be there.
Yep.
So it's. He'll
So
have
I think
two
what we're going to
zombie
see now is
dragons.
that 2 zombie dragons and Neferata are going to go crazy and just going for that back objective. But the thing is also, how much can he leave? How much can Filip leave behind him? Because there's a risk that he's going to lose most of his objectives there now.
Yeah.
And can he afford to let Adam keep scoring the objectives?
Yeah, that's a good question because
That is the question.
Neferata will
Neferata is
be.
redeploying 1 inch. Okay.
Can that zombie dragon really threaten
Here comes the
Neferata?
general going next
Oh
to the
yeah, if
wolves.
it goes in with the both of them, yeah, that's could be enough. So, Filip can kill the Adam's Neferata now.
But she still has the unrenderable.
Yeah, she does. She does. It's Philip's.
Yeah.
Filip doesn't have what?
I'm thinking that. So Philip said,
Yeah, we can't retreat those skeletons away from me.
yeah, so the skeletons are not engaged with Neferata, which is surprising. But I am assuming that. Let's see when. Yeah, and Neferata is just aside those 3 inches here. I can see. Yeah. So we also see the zombies are just ganging up on the objective, piling up on there. There he finally gets the zombies back. So Adam is finally getting some of his lost troops back on the board, and that's gonna be of a great value to him. He needed to get some sort of presence back on the board because he has lost a lot with the zombies gone. Looks like a bunch of 20 zombies. Yeah, is that the big unit perhaps that is returning? Half of the big unit? Yeah. 20 zombies, and now he's considering placing them on an objective here. Filip screened out the gravesite at the bottom here, so Adam will have to either go for the left objective or for the top objective most likely. He could also, of course, just try to protect his champion and try to keep that objective. The question is if he can do that, because I don't think the champion is able to hide behind the screen there. Neferata is too close. Yeah, you can see there that he's considering that too. He doesn't really have a good spot. I think he just has to place them somewhere where they can do something on his turn. His time is ticking. He doesn't have time to stand here considering things.
Is he resurrected some
Yeah,
zombies?
we saw the 20 zombies coming back here. He's trying to find a way to place them somewhere, and he has decided to go for the top objective, forcing the vampire lord,
Yep.
Filip's general, to not just
remain,
leave that flank.
Yeah, because he got 10 skeletons, right? That's
Yeah.
what Filip got there. And if I'm correct, Adam's gravesite is between the skeletons and the
Yes.
general. Yep.
Yes.
Filip should still just leave that, I guess.
I mean, he doesn't have to stay
accept
there.
that loss. I mean, if you can kill Neferata, that's way more important. Right?
Yeah.
It's sure. It can mean a loss of 1 point, but it's only
Yeah.
1 point. It's not 2.
And that might be something he's able to take now in order to clear that side and take that board presence. It's all about the long run here now, and also if Adam gets the priority turn 3 to 4, he's going to be able to put some pressure back on there, especially now that he has got some zombies back.
Yeah. This is really important for Adam to
It is
get
very
these
important
zombies.
for him to get him back. Did we get any report on the other zombies? Or is it only one unit that you can try to get?
That's a good question. That I don't have the answer for it. Yeah,
Or is it
but-
that you only get one try? You only get one unit per turn. Okay,
Yeah.
1 unit per turn.
We once again saw Filip helping Adam with the time.
Yeah.
He's been doing that several times,
And that is
very, very good of him.
We like to see that, and I think Jesper is also keeping an eye out there, and he's very pleased to see that these players are still keeping that in mind. That this is about sportsmanship, it's about fair play, it's about doing things properly and being honest and fair, and that is what we like to see here, definitely. It feels good that we can see that even when stakes are this high.
The Summer Dragon is shooting into
General,
the wolves.
yeah, shooting into the wolves.
Yeah, like I said. Filip has had a couple of rolls really
Yes.
had a lot of rolls going his way.
And we're taking a bit of damage. Oh, a bit of wards, I guess, on the wolves. One or two dead. 2 dead wolves, maybe? No, just 1 dead wolf. He's warding crazy. So the general here is charging.
So only
and
2
most
wounds
likely-
made by the Summer Dragon shooting into the wolves.
6 inches is probably not getting him into the zombies.
Oh, did you see that roll? Some Hawkeye from you.
4 and there was 8.
But it is enough to move into the wolves.
It is enough to get into the wolves.
And is he remaining on the? Is he still on the objective as well?
That
It's hard to
dragon
see
gets
from-
a long charge on us. Oh, not too long, 7. It does, it does get him into the corpse card for sure. He's trying to keep Neferata out of the combat because he doesn't want to risk it. Oh wait, what is he doing now?
It should be it should be way off the objective actually.
What is he thinking now here?
So perhaps if we can on this one, just see if from this angle. Oh yeah. So he does not want to have
Yeah.
Neferata being in combat with Summer
Can
Dragon.
we swap over and show people a little bit from the second angle? If you like?
Okay. Yep. Can,
Just to show the side here.
This
so
is
that's-
different angle to these charges and piles.
And you can see Neferata here moving in as well. Kind of cool. Like
Moving in on
the view from the side here and really get a good perspective.
Yep. So it's calculating how many zombies. It's more than 10. That's the important part.
Yep. That is possibly more of them, yes, than there are skeletons there.
Yeah.
So that is what we're thinking.
So Filip will, if it's all down to him killing that
He has to
vampire
kill
lord.
the vampire lord, yes.
And the dragons actually, but that should be
And the vampire lord
should be
survived.
done. Because that vampire lord is not, the general is not on the objective. So it's all down to Neferata killing the vampire lord.
Yep.
Good.
Okay, so there was a roar on the stomp on the skeletons, stomp on the vampire lord. There's a wound here and there. Yeah, roar on the wolves. This is intense. I'm just gonna let Eric speak for a bit here.
Yep. Well, we haven't got to the combat phase yet. It's so Neferata really did whiff her attacks. Did any of the dagger hits go through, or even with an all-out attack? It seems like Adam did not. Adam's Vampire Lord did not suffer any wounds, but the Vampire Lord is dead anyway from a regular attack. It's the mount attacks, which means that now that objective is counted normally, and if that General Vampire Lord kills the wolves, the direwolves, then Neferata will remain in control of that objective. Oh yeah, I did almost forget the zombie dragon on the corpse cart as well, so that corpse cart might also be. Yeah, so Adam has put his corpse cart down to block the zombie dragon away from being able to get on the objective. As you can see from this angle, that's the corpse cart in the middle there. It moved down towards that archway rock formation, standing between the objective and the zombie dragon. So at the moment Adam is still controlling the objective, but Neferata is standing there. So it depends on how these attacks from the general into the wolves will end up. If he kills those, then it is 5-2 with Neferata controlling the corpse cart. And of course we haven't seen the attacks going into the corpse cart yet, but it's rolls to be made. We've seen rolls going all the way. It's been done a lot of damage and then some less damage, so it's not at all certain that that general will actually kill those wolves. We'll see how the rolls are, and if Adam can keep 2 alive. It's good. So were no wolves slain by Filip's general? I lost 1 or so, which means that Filip is at the moment only controlling 1 objective, because that a lot of swings on those attacks. So that general did not manage to kill more than 1 of the direwolves, which means that at this moment, as long as that corpse cart survives, Adam keeps control of that objective.
But how is that corpse cart supposed to survive against the dragon?
Well, perhaps the same way that the general can only kill 1 direwolf in
he's
combat.
trying to see if he can get onto the objective with the dragon or not.
Yeah, because if he gets in, then 10 models are on the objective, and we have Jesper being there deciding on whether or not.
Yeah, that is even possible. Seems that it might be unlikely. We'll see if. I think he's saying that he looks like maybe he cannot.
Well, let's look at it from the other angle. Oh, move away. No, he decides to just move it.
No.
Up there.
It does not look like it.
He needs to kill it then.
Since you cannot have the bases overlapping with other models.
Yeah, absolutely. So that was a good pile by Adam by the corpse cart. Of
Definitely
course, the corpse cart can just crumble now.
Sure. How many direwolves do we still have there? Let's see how this goes. It doesn't look promising for the corpse.
Yeah,
but I don't think
we saw Neferata doing absolutely nothing with her dagger and whiffing the corpse cart there, but being saved by the mount and the mount killing. Now this is of course really rough.
The wolves are still there though?
Yeah, they're still there, but they are only 1 each, and Neferata is 5.
That means that Adam will have an easier time taking that objective back, threatening that objective, if he needs to.
Filip will score 4 points this turn.
Yeah.
By desecrate the lands.
He's gonna score,
and controlling 2 of the objectives. Really important for Adam to get those 20 zombies back up at the top, because that's denying 1 point from Filip.
That is plus it's setting him up for conquering that objective next turn.
Absolutely.
Meaning that he has another objective under his thumb. So.
4 points, that is correct.
Yep.
That's
4
what we're
points,
hearing
that
from the
puts him
table.
at 10. Now it's just 1 point.
It's still on a 1 point lead.
Yeah.
And
that is with a turn. Yeah, with a turn to go for Adam here now.
So
let's see what Adam can do here.
So he needs to play fast.
Hopefully
he's already decided what battle tactics.
Yep.
The wolves passed their battle shock.
Yeah. Now he really needs to make things happen here.
So Adam.
Remember, he does not have anything that ignores rend except for the general, because he failed the spell on Neferata.
That is true.
Filip, that is. So Adam does have the opportunity to try to take out Neferata quickly, perhaps, if he gets there.
It's kind of hard to reach. It's more or less screened by that Summer Dragon. He could perhaps go for that one instead with his general combined with Neferata again. But he's measuring now, I suppose, to try to be able to get between the two, the general and the Summer Dragon, and to reach Neferata with his own.
The wolves are helping on that end, though. They are keeping that
sort
space
of
a bit
hurting it open. Yeah, they are, but he still can't. The big bases, and he can't move within 3 inch during the move. Or rather, he can land, but he needs to land.
He can end the move within 3. Yeah. 23 minutes. That is. He also needs to just focus on
thinking.
No, he just has to focus on what he has to do quickly and get it done.
Only down 1 point.
First on life 2, so he wants to heal. Okay.
That's the one that Filip did in the second, right? Seems like I missed out on that.
Come on, Adam, go for it. You need to keep that. You need to roll those dice. Get moving. Yeah, this is the one we saw Filip use earlier. That he needs to heal his general or 2 other. So no wards. That's okay.
Yep, Adam needs to get moving.
Yeah, let's see Neferata spell here. It is a 10. She's putting. Oh.
What does that spell do?
What is that spell? A debuff of sorts?
Wayful Will. To be at less for less than 20 minutes for turn 4 or 5.
Yeah, so the ethereal on herself as well. That's a good one.
He will, if he speeds things up, he will be at 15 minutes perhaps for the
last 2 turns.
Yep.
General.
Weapon is on the general.
Yep. He just needs to get this moving now.
It's turned into proper nail biter there. And
he gets some wolves.
I really hope that Adam is getting his confidence back now, because he really looked down during turn 2 and 3. And
it's not over for him yet at all.
So he will not be playing at his best if his mind is in that way.
Does he go for the general now, or does he go for? He's probably just going for the general. Because the general can't run away, and that way he can secure that part of the board.
The grave sites are marked by the little white dots. The one for Filip is by. The grave site controls. That is true.
No,
yeah.
We cannot see which ones are.
No,
controlled.
they are sticky.
They are sticky.
Yeah. So I.
And the thing is that they are mostly on objectives, so you'll pretty much know based on who controls the objective.
Yeah.
But we'll have to find out.
It might come down to that. So. Perhaps
he's
Andreas, if you
splitting it up here now.
if you're feeling that you have the time left for that, just make small notes. It's perhaps not possible. Just keep track on who is controlling what gravesite, since they are sticky. But I can't lay it on you to do that,
No,
of course.
definitely not. It's really it's really hard to know this
It's
stuff.
really hard. Perhaps we will need to do a VAR check. We'll get to see the recorded stream here to go back and check which gravesite is being controlled.
What is going on here?
See Jesper doing the square sign. No.
He doesn't have time to stand here considering things and asking questions. I'm guessing we have a retreat, yes? A retreat here with the wolves. Trying to get on the objective. Yeah, and it's also to contest that objective with Neferata.
Yeah. Screen. No, yeah, not. I'm starting to lose control on which zombie dragon is on which side. That is true. That is Filip's Neferata down there, and so he's moving his wolves to. Yeah, you're correct in the chat. I understood that halfway through answering it. So they are sticky.
They are.
So you are absolutely correct. It needs to be checked to see who controls them and moving away.
He's getting back his more zombies here. He just has to place them on that objective on the
toss them down
on the far side, on Philip's side. Just pop them down there. That's fine. They'll just stand there. That's it. Don't waste time on it.
The grave sites are sticky.
Yeah, and he's doing exactly that. He's also trying to block off the grave sites as much as he can there, but he doesn't have the luxury of time to take too much time doing that. So
at the moment, Adam is controlling the 3 grave sites by where he's placing his zombies now. Filip has the 2 grave sites on our bottom screen. That's 5. There's 3 more, and those one of the red ones are being controlled by zombies from Adam.
And there's a blue one there controlled by the skeletons. Philip gets 5 skeletons back. Where else? Oh, in up there at the top of there.
Yeah, that's important because Adam needs to perhaps to charge in with those skeletons, which will cost him a lot of minutes, a lot of time. Because 15 is probably more than the amount of zombies he currently has within that objective.
That could be. He does have 20 zombies there, so we.
Yeah, but they are not all on the objective, right?
They are on the objective.
Okay, he moved them in, so then he can still safely stay out.
He doesn't have to go into that fight right now.
I thought he needed to kill a couple of skeletons.
If he had more time, possibly, but at the moment, no.
If he doesn't have to, he must not do. Because he's now down close to 15 minutes, so we're fine.
Neferata is going for that zombie dragon there.
Yep. So perhaps he's gambling on killing that zombie dragon with a knife and the general with the general. The general shots. Okay, so this will be very much deciding. I'm not sure Adam needs to gamble this high. It's not. He picked. He needs to be a bit further away because the base is really standing horizontally. It's never being placed diagonally. It's always horizontal.
So now we have to charge into the skeletons instead, and then he can fight the general anyway. Because the general is actually floating in the air. It's so messy. The whole charge rules about half an inch because. But he can still fight it. It's just he had to charge the skeletons instead.
Okay. I mean, it's almost as if you'd need to be able to climb the air beneath them. General versus general in combat. Now we see Adam finally speeding up his actions.
This is not great for Adam. see the jaws. The jaws are doing better. Oh, the jaws. Oh. He saved all the jaws.
jaws.
Oh no, that is bad. He needed that. Let's see if the flaming weapon class can do it, but you'd have to fail.
Oh yeah, he had flaming weapon.
Yeah,
That
that's
is
not
true.
enough.
The 12
That is
wounds
not
on
enough.
this general.
This is rough for Adam. This is rough for Adam.
So now, Filip, clock over. Do the clock.
You have to check the clock. You have to check the clock here for
Andreas, you
Filip's
can-
activation.
That's
good. Oh my.
So Andreas and Jesper are. No, I'm not.
we are just saying that, like, what we can see that they're feeling. Of course, and we're saying that Filip is having a lot of luck with the dice gods. That's what we're saying, for sure.
I apologize if we sound like we are being biased for Adam here. Leora is excused for being a bit biased for Adam.
I understand that there might be some of that. However, I think what we're trying to kind of project here is how Adam was so up in gear at the start and just saw everything crumble, and it becomes very tangible, and he's really fighting now to stay in the game, while Filip has gotten a lot of advantage on how the dice turned out in his favor.
Yeah, that is absolutely
And I think
true.
that's like because we can see that Filip is not as stressed out here.
Yeah, you can. Filip is very much in control of the game,
Definitely.
and it's Adam reacting to it.
Yeah.
One dagger damage
did one
went
dagger
through
damage,
into the zombie
That
dragon.
5-up could be vital.
So it's that commentating sickness of being narrating on the side of the underdog.
Oh yes, we always want to go road for the underdog. We always want to go for how are we gonna see this? How are we gonna see this battle turn around? How is the game gonna turn around? How are we gonna get something unexpected?
Yeah.
And that's what we really like to see when the tide shifts,
Exactly.
when something really makes us go,
Yeah.
I guess that works. I guess that could happen. Oh,
Thank you, Chad.
Thank you very much.
But we do appreciate the feedback.
And of course, feedback if you feel that we are focused too much on one player's side of it, let us know.
Yep, that is very
we
good.
are trying to give a kind of top-down view of it here. The dragon is dead.
The dragon is dead from the Frata.
The zombie dragon has died, and the Frata stabbed it. The general is still alive, though. Filip still has his general,
And we have a
and
new...
he gets to fight back now.
He gets to... Yeah, but he should be bracketed by the on the
Yeah,
animal.
4 wounds left, so he is bracketed. But I'm not sure that's going to make a huge difference here.
So the score for Adam will be... He regains control of the bottom objective.
Yeah.
So he scores 5 points as long as he's...
Yeah, he has 3 objectives right now. He's
and
going to
the-
score 5 on the
the-
battle tactic was about healing. I don't know if that happened or not.
I think it wasn't it that he needs to heal all his dragons.
Either the general or 2 vampires, 2 other vampires. But his general is there. I'm not sure that the general had taken
Neferata
any
is a
damage.
vampire though.
Yes, but I'm not sure either of them had taken any damage, so we'll have to see about that.
But given that, he scores his 5 points for 14 to 10, and he has regained 2 rather large units of zombies.
Yep, his zombies are back on the board.
Yeah, which puts Filip in sort of the position to need to act to
Yeah,
use
he-
his, but he has a half an hour to sort of to regain.
To regain momentum and
Yeah.
take control of the board again.
Yeah.
Because Adam is back on the board with his zombies. And as we were saying, though, getting those zombies back made a big difference on his ability to take back control of the board. So now Filip has to will really push this and really hope that he gets this initiative.
Yeah. I don't know if it is the lamps or the intensity, because I'm getting so sweaty.
Yeah, this is. I think we're forgetting to breathe.
Oh, that's it.
That's the thing here. This is so intense. I don't know what to say. Adam. Yep, Adam grabbing 5 points. Filip does have the priority on both rolling a 3. This is still keeping the game interesting for sure.
Absolutely.
His vampire has healed up 6 wounds. Probably, just healing those 6 to 8. So there has been
Adam's
some
general.
damage to it.
Yeah, Adam took 8 wounds on the general.
It is like 6 though. Let's say 6 there. So.
And
Might be that he warded.
So 12 wounds.
Yeah, there was 6 wounds got in there, but he had 12 and he took restored 6.
Okay.
Because 6 is the maximum you can heal with a hunger.
Okay.
Yes.
What will Filip do by now then?
What will Filip do?
What's his battle tactic? What do you say? What do you think?
You have to check the success.
Yeah. Cursed on life was a success. Gaining momentum this time.
And he wants to go grab the home objective. I see. So he's going with the skeletons and the zombies? Maybe zombies on zombies? What is he going with? Yeah.
So he needs to kill them and control more objectives than Adam.
It is a big ask.
What's going to kill it? What is going to kill it? We have, by the way, been getting results, but our eyes are fixed on this very intense and exciting game.
Perhaps we could go very quickly through just results here. We are just going to go names and...
Help me out here. Yeah. What's going to kill those zombies?
I don't know. That's what I'm wondering. It must be the zombies at the bottom.
Or does it have some retreat and charge with the general, or... Because he really...
Or is it the skeleton? But the skeletons have so far to go from there.
The skeleton. Those skeletons.
10 skeletons up there, but banking on those is killing the zombies.
Yes, Peter, looking in there. What's... how do you feel? You're spending most of your time by the final table.
Yeah, I spent most of my time there, but it's like I predicted this game to go. Adam is playing it tight and planning ahead so much, and Filip is a loose cannon. He's just rushed in and tied up his big pieces so he can't maneuver them to get back and defend what's going on. And I think Adam is going to take this.
He has recovered very well.
He never had to recover because he was tying up, and that's all he needed.
But we have seen you sort of stepping into the game for a couple of times, which we interpret as a sort of Adam was really rattled by the setbacks he had, and which causes mistakes and a risk of sort of misinterpreting rules and stuff like that.
Yeah, I mean, I've stepped in these cases where we do measure flying diagonally, so you're not allowed to just go straight forward and then ditch down. And since you have to finish a charge within half an inch and bases are placed vertically.
Yeah.
So
vertical bases. That would be.
And they are always
but
imagined to be like that. So the 2 dragons over there, Filip's dragon is actually up in there towards this side, but it's chargeable from the other side.
Yeah.
So when Adam went in, that's why I asked as well. You can't charge the dragon because you need to finish the charge, but you can charge the skeletons in this case. And they were both like, "Yeah, you're correct," and.
That was the workaround.
They are great sports. Both of them are helping each other a little bit too much, but
but that's because they're both invested in the army, and
it's a new book for them both. And
they're
great.
There's
sports.
a rules question there, so you better
there is a rules question. You better get out there.
Something he wants to retreat that
So
general.
Yeah. Exactly. So, yes. So what we're seeing here is that there's a question regarding the objective. If it's a pillar, if it is just a cylinder, or if it is a dome. And in this case, it is actually a dome.
When it
The objective
comes
marker
to,
is
yeah,
so
yeah.
objective control, since it's not
yeah.
specified that it is regardless of height.
Yeah.
Is actually a dome from the point that is the objective.
Yeah.
So in this case, he wanted to stand on top of the cliff, just on the edge of the objective circle, but that would put him out of range.
Yeah.
That is the question he had and got answered.
I mean, most of us are using these objective circles.
Yes.
I believe they are a great tool. They
Definitely.
help us a lot, but they do sort of skew our interpretation of the game, and tend to forget that each objective is a
Singular
dot.
point. Yeah,
it's a single point.
And three-dimensional measuring.
Two-dimensional.
No, but
sort
there's
of,
a three-dimensional measuring from it.
yeah, and the point has
So we
no
have a redeploy
area.
here on the zombies.
Yeah.
So after we saw the skeletons there, we saw the skeletons move in to try to get that charge. So it's like
it
a 9
needs
or 10 inch charge, looks like.
And he needs to charge with the zombies on the bottom objective, I suppose. But if he does that, then and Adams gets another unit back, because he still
thing
has a summonable unit, right?
And at the same time, he also has to control more objectives, right?
Yeah, but he...
How is he going to gain
Is
control of
that-
the right side objective then? If you're talking gaining momentum, that required controlling more objectives than the opponent.
It's, but
So
can...
we retreated there onto the
can
objective, but that's not enough. Five models is not enough to take it. He has to get the zombies now.
he's
There,
probably banking on the shots from the general then?
Maybe he's hoping that.
But
the shots
if...
will work. No, but he has retreated. He can't shoot.
yeah, that's true.
So he has to get the zombie charging or the skeleton charging. And we're looking at, and now especially when the zombie dragon is in the way of the skeletons, that is a long charge. We're looking like at a 12 possibly for the skeleton to get there.
Yeah, and if Adam gets... No, he can't place them now yet. It's
So-
before the...
So
It's
now
before the charge phase, so Adam can't summon and grab the objective in the bottom. I guess, but it's true that if he kills those zombies, he only controls 2 objectives. Since
Hi friends! Thank you for joining here. Hope you enjoy this nerdery.
Winter, that's you, right?
That is me apparently, yes, that is my Twitch nickname there.
Winter Glow, even. Isn't it?
Winter Glow, that is correct. Let's not promo myself here, we are not here to do that.
Yeah. Do check out Liara's Twitch channel, where she...
for crying out loud. Yeah. So let's just hear from the table again. Did we say 8 inch? Are we saying an 8 inch charge is needed?
By Neferata into the
Oh,
dragon,
Neferata,
into
yes.
the wolves.
No, okay, Neferata went into the wolves, yes. But that's not going to get him the objective.
No, since one Neferata is as much as one Neferata.
Yeah. Is this the loose cannon we heard Jesper talking about?
It probably is.
Understandable that so we're saying we're hearing here that Philip was a bit overwhelmed by the fact that there were 2 Neferatas on the table, and that just caused everything to go a bit haywire.
Okay. Yeah. It's kind of messes with your head, but perhaps he thought that the closer Neferata was his own Neferata.
Then that would have made a difference for
Yeah,
sure.
and perhaps he was planning on charging the zombies with Adam's Neferata.
Yeah.
I see.
That might have been the reasoning. They are very pressed for time here, both players. So
Filip not as much as Adam, but that's not a mistake you want to make.
no.
It's more, they're pressed for time, but they also
But also
they
the pressure
game
of
five.
what is hanging in the balance.
Yeah,
here.
what is at
For
stake?
sure.
We are getting 5. They spent 9 hours yesterday and playing yesterday, and 6 hours today.
And also to anyone who's new here joining us, we are just watching the final half hour or so of the final of the Swedish Championships. This is to decide the Swedish champion this year round.
Yeah.
And it is tight and intense, and we've just been sweating here seeing how this game is unfolding. Oh wow, we had 4 ward saves being 6s. But the wolves are still gone. It looks like the wolves are picked up.
Yeah. So wolves are still wolves.
He's piling in his general now. He's activating, killing some skeletons, seeing if he just pick those off the objective, secure that objective for the zombies. But all he has to do now really is contain Neferata or the general. But he can also just contain Neferata, because then Filip's general is on the other side of the board.
Yeah.
And he still has to deal with the zombies. Then again, the zombies are threatened, that side isn't.
Yeah. But
yeah, and the battle tactic is failed. Yeah.
that's the second time this round, this game.
This is costly for him.
Yeah.
This is very costly for him. You guys have been doing a great job commentating, been glued to the screen already. Oh, thank you so very much for the lovely comments here. We are very thrilled to be here. We're just enjoying this so much. You guys have been amazing, and the games have been amazing. This event has been amazing.
Yeah.
It's all good.
It's all been amazing.
It's all been amazing. It's all been great, and we're so happy that everyone else is enjoying it too.
Yeah.
We sure are.
Being able to do this with this great setup that Jesper provides is, and just being able to have these cameras, being able to see all the action.
This is so cool.
That is absolutely what makes it fun to do, and that some of you are actually watching and enjoying this with us.
And if there's, we have this one is mine on the skeletons from his general. Sounds like a plan for Adam. That is something he can do. What was I going to say? Yes. If there's anything that us nerds like, it's tech and very, very specific hobbies. And when we can get to combine that, and also reaching out to other people and just being super nerdy, that is a recipe for success. Let's see here, what's going on here? We have some spells being cast. Looks like so she has the buff on herself again. Yeah.
Neferata.
He's also very pressed for time here now. But he knows that. He knows how to play under stress too.
Yep, he does.
He has done it before.
He needs to keep this turn to 5. He can't.
He just needs to take the skeletons. He doesn't have to worry too much about the rest.
He must
score the points, and that will be enough to put him ahead. I think that's all he needs to do. Because he is technically still holding that objective on his backside, on his home side. Because there has to be one more model there before Neferata can. So he's just standing there. Might be wanting to charge those zombies. Don't know. But I don't know if that's worth it. Because then they might come back anyway.
Yeah.
Right now he's still holding the objective. He's fine.
Yeah, he doesn't need that objective. It's zombies on quick enough.
He's just gonna get his 5 points.
Yeah.
And the wolves are back. Okay, the wolves are back. See, now we're talking. Now he can actually use Neferata to go out hunting if he wants to.
Yeah,
but
but
I don't know. I
gives,
don't think that's the time.
The objective away to Filip.
Yes.
Neferata is 5.
Exactly.
Well, kind of curious talking to Filip after this game, whether he wins or loses or whatever happens, on choosing this list containing no galley champs for this.
Because they
scenario.
are, especially for this scenario where they actually matter even more. Yeah. It's not just battle tactics. Yeah, we have a successful charge from the general into skeletons. He is charging Neferata into the zombies.
Yeah.
Oh, he's going tight on the time here.
Yeah.
But he also looking at his turn 5. All he wants to do is just score those points. That's it.
So more on the skeletons.
Stomp on the zombies but failed. And we're going for the attacks. Let's go. Come on. Follow the attack on the general maybe. Yeah. There we have it.
There's can't be any room for whiffing with
yeah,
ones and
yeah,
twos.
he has to shore this up as much as he can.
Yeah.
It's a super important point for him. There we go. And he's just calculating all the damage they're going through to the skeletons here. And it's getting a lot of damage in there.
Oh, it's great for Filip to
it's like
have
over
Adam.
20 damage, 30.
19 damage. Sort of pile up all the damage and then clock over to Filip instead of rolling your dice.
Because that is more efficient than rolling back and forth and just wasting time.
It's also more fair because that's
for
actually how
both
you
of
do.
them. Yeah, both of them are saving time on this, so that is totally fair. Yeah, and of course the skeletons are taken off the board. Not unexpected at all.
This puts
Yes, this
Adam
one's
on
fine,
at
yeah.
least, what's that?
So 16 at least,
16
and now he has to
and
score
one
these.
controlled objective, and he.
That's 1, 2 objectives. He has
He
has
with the
more
zombies
right now.
on by the
Yeah,
general.
so that's 3 more. So it's 5 points total. He has that in the
No,
bag.
it doesn't have more by now.
He does have more because he has the objective on the left as well.
Yeah, but
He has
not
the top,
on,
he has the
not on-
left, he has the right one. He still has the wolves on the right side.
Yeah, but that's not his objective, right? The wolves are still only 1.
Yeah, against 5 on Neferata. And there's 5
Ah,
wolves.
that's 5 wolves.
Yes.
Sorry, can't
So,
count.
so he's holding 3 out of the 4 right now.
Yeah, that's correct. So he keeps control of that. So that's 5 points. That's
Neferata-
19 points, and that's actually the win for him.
I believe that is the win.
Because Filip can at the most score 5 points.
8 points at the most for his grand strat.
Ah, that's true.
If he controls more grave sites. But that would mean also that then Adam would not be allowed to score a single point in the last turn.
Yeah, and at the moment,
There's no
What?
way he's taking the top objective from Adam, and that's
No.
all he needs. I don't see how Filip is going to steal the top objective and the left objective whilst keeping the others. He can definitely take the right side one, but I have a hard time. 12 zombies killed by Neferata.
12 zombies down from now.
That means she actually
He gains control of that as well.
might gain control of that, yes. There's actually 5 of them there left. But they bow shock off.
Not anymore.
They bow shock off, they're gone. And there we have the 5 points. Yeah.
That's a really
And that was a really good, efficient turn by Adam,
Yep.
securing the win there. And there's the initiative. And
It's down to the priority.
oh,
Oh!
we have it there. We have to switch over to that turn here.
That's a hug.
It's a hug. These guys are happy to be here. Oh, that was a quick hug. Everything was fun.
We have a winner. We have a Swedish
Have
champion.
a Swedish champion this year around, Adam Sääf. What a game!
What a game. Let's
What a
switch back to
game.
the studio.
Let's switch back to the studio indeed.
Oh,
Oh my. Oh my.
so this
What
is,
a game.
What a game.
Eric, my friend, what a game.
Yeah, I'm all sweaty. I'm breathless.
And
That is
they both played a really good tight game. They both went in with this with a really solid shot at it.
Yep.
It could be anyone's game. It was very dynamic. We saw it go back and forth.
Exactly. So Filip was down after failing that roll for who gets the Neferata redeploy.
Yeah.
But then he got it back by Adam whiffing his attacks in turn 1. and then got a double for the
But it's turn one. He also failed to get his battle tactic, which caused him to lose 2 points. So there were all these points back and forth and back and forth. So it was like as soon as you thought it was going one person's way,
Yeah.
then the dice didn't work that for his favor, and it switched, and
Yeah.
it switched. And I can see that also that both players were really on point with how they were maneuvering everything, positioning everything. Adam did some really cool ploys with the zombies, with the spreading them out, stealing the objective from the general.
Yeah.
That was a really good play there as well.
It was.
Wow, this is as good as it gets.
It is. I mean, we saw Adam being really stressed out, being really
yeah.
sort of
When the dice didn't go his way, it hit him hard.
it looked like for a couple of minutes like he'd already given up.
Yeah.
Just tossing his dice on the table
Oh
and
yes.
not caring.
Oh yes.
And
And I think he lost a lot of time there, feeling salty
Yeah.
about the dice, when he could have spent that time. He knew that also. I think somewhere along the line he started realizing, oh shit, what am I doing?
yeah.
I'm letting this get to me, and he just kept fighting, and that's what actually got him to turn it around. And when it looked kind of bleak, when he started feeling down, somewhere he realized, well, wait a minute, this isn't over, not by a long shot.
Yeah,
So.
and I mean that heavy hit from turn one and the double turn and spending your time watching the other guys, the other Filip sort of capitulate on that momentum, and but when it's sort of realized then that if allow the game to swing back in his favor, and slowly perhaps we saw that routine, that experience sort of settling and making him understand
you can
that
tell
it
this
is
is a person
actually
who's
your
been through
game.
this again, like
Yeah.
before these types of games.
So it was
Impressive.
The players are outside for a 5 minutes break, so
Yep.
we can take a 5-minute break and then we'll be back with the
Award ceremony?
What?
Oh no, with interviews and then
with the players on the final table.
Absolutely.
Yep, they should need a
Should we do
break.
one interview each,
Can do that.
or do you want me to do them?
You can do that.
I'll do the interviews.
You're good at
That's
the
good.
interviews.
Let's go
That's
the interviews.
so I'm gonna put the pause screen on
Yeah,
for a
and we will
short while.
be right back here once the players have gone to take a breather.
Yep, just a second. So everything correctly.
Thank you guys all for being here and watching and having a lot of fun. We'll see you soon.
See you soon in a couple of minutes.
And we are back in the studio. Thank you guys all for sticking with us here. I'm here with Filip.
It was a very hard game.
It was a very hard game. We just saw you battle it out with Adam on stream for the championship.
It was very useful to know to be on the receiving end on how hard it is to play against Soulblight.
Yeah.
With all of the minuses and all the unrendable and 2-up unrendable.
Yeah.
It's very difficult to do anything, and even if you have the small pieces, if they whiff, then you have lost. Well, 400 points did nothing. Exactly a very big whiff.
Yeah.
Instead of like smaller armies like Stormcast, like 150 points did something, 30 points did something.
For sure.
But Sääf had more of a footprint.
Yes.
And he had 40 zombies, so 40 zombies always trumps whatever I deep strike back.
Generally, yes, because that will just keep him on the board.
Yeah.
And that was an option for you. Of course, you had the punching power.
Yes,
but you needed to get it somewhere where it was useful.
Yeah.
And that was the tough part when you
the
didn't
problem.
get the Neferata, I'm supposing.
Yeah, the problem is that because Sääf only have Neferata and 2 really hard punching bags, the Blood Knights, he only needs to do her spell on one target and then lay back.
Yeah.
She doesn't really need to do anything. Where I always used to push her a little bit too much for the aura.
Yeah.
But you don't always need it in some cases, because like a 2-up unrenderable and a 3-up unrenderable on the dragon usually seals the deal either case.
Yes.
And in this case it was a drawn out battle, and from the start he had a champion with
which you did not.
Yeah,
that
which
was a question just regarding the list. What was the reasoning behind not choosing a list with Galician champions for this battle plan that actually premieres him even more?
2 reasons. Sääf only have a list with 1, which is he can only contest 1 objective, usually his home objective. He had Tunnel Masters with good triumph, but I got pretty fast in it, and he didn't use it, and he got in combat, he couldn't retreat with it. Reason number 2 is in that list there's either the Laukavai, which the rend didn't really matter in this case because it will be too much rend, and I have only 1 White King. Sure, he can return, but he's gonna be killed either case. And I didn't feel like there would be any. I thought that the more punching power I had, the more scared he would be to use his only champion to do anything with it and only hang back. So if he only stays on his home objective, that's fine. I don't need to worry about the other ones.
Absolutely, and
because
there it's more, I think, like the consideration to do there, to make there is the long game and scoring that extra battle tactic that you'll have.
It's a little bit safe because the book has good tactics.
It does.
And this one's mine is very viable.
It is very viable.
And the hunger is very where you heal.
Yes.
It's like, okay.
So in that sense, you're actually trading one for the other.
Yeah. So
makes sense.
I mean, the only ones that I failed on were the general one, like gaining momentum, and this one's mine, and But if I ran the other list with the Graveguard, which start at a 5-up save, they're gonna be deleted in the case. It's like, okay, I get back at 10, and then Neferata says, okay, they only hits on 5s, and then explode. I mean, there's not gonna have that punching power. If you're gonna do a Graveguard list, it's gonna be 2 20s and like two White Kings and all that.
Yes, exactly.
So Sääf had more staying power in the 5 turns. Yeah, because it has a 40 that becomes a 20, and a 20 that becomes a 10.
So you had to punch through very quickly and take out the central pieces. That was the plan.
Yeah, and it was fun to see that the Blood Knights did absolutely nothing.
Yeah, and that was also a shocker.
Yeah, they did absolutely nothing, and then Waste Away and all that, and be like.
And the Waste Away was golden on those. That's what they hate the most in the entire world.
And no charge bonus and nothing, and they were like, okay, we're staying here. And I don't know how many points 10 is. It's like 440? 460. So point-wise, it's the same. Yeah. So we had nothing changing. And then the zombies coming from the back and sealing the objective. So I did what I did on my side, he did on his side. Yeah. The problem is I only had 20, he had 40.
Yeah.
And the math is gonna be pretty bad in the end game.
Understandable, understandable.
Yeah.
So yeah, we saw a lot of feelings at the table. First, the dread when you saw that he had the first turn and he knew where to go and he got to decide where the combat was.
It
He
is
got
very-
his charges in. That was dark for you. But then when all of a sudden the attacks didn't do anything, he whiffed like crazy.
Yeah.
And you were like, oh yes, now things are turning my way. And
I have a chance to roll some dice.
and then the general going in and not getting that Val tactic. Oh, and it was.
Yeah,
I can
then
just feel that this was a roller coaster.
just
for
because of the
everyone
battle
involved.
shock.
Yes.
Yeah, which I like. Fine.
Yeah.
I remember now. But it was very fun that the final would be both lists cheating on deployment on
Yes.
one of the maps where you can both start
On the middle side.
Yeah,
Yes. On
we
the,
had.
which
We
is
were like
amazing.
almost close to having an agreement that we will play the same list, 3 dragons, Neferata,
Yeah.
and just we all start like a mirror,
Yep.
and just
Yeah.
let's see
I
what
know.
happens,
That was the joke we were talking in the car.
and see who gets the priority because we go both 4 drops,
Yeah.
and then we both can choose who gets the Neferata ability first, and then say
Exactly.
you do that. Oh, I put 10 skeletons in combat. Good luck.
Yep.
Yeah. So, but Sääf had more staying power. Even if he had less dragons, even if my dragons did all wounds, sure I kill a unit,
Sure.
200 points.
Yeah.
What
And,
then? He comes back with 100 points again
Of course.
because
yeah.
it's every movement phase,
They
and they're
keep
very
coming
good.
back and
And
keep
it's
coming back.
within three away.
The 3 years
It's
is
a very-
massive difference now with
yeah.
new book. Definitely.
So blood is good, but Virikos Horde is a viable,
Yeah.
but it's a lot more to think about in
It is.
movement and planning.
Yes.
It's not just you do damage, you just stay there.
Exactly. So that is more of a synergies and stuff to get them to work. It's not just a buff and a beast. Here we
No,
go.
no. Virgos is like, yeah, okay, I run and I stay and pass.
Yeah.
I have 40 models, you have 5. Go. So, could be a counter to
Sure.
itself. but
And
yeah.
I think it'll be interesting to see what we can see from the Soulblight book as time progresses.
Yeah. Probably gonna FAQ the deployment.
We will have to see that,
Yeah.
but that is not unreasonable.
Nah. Or what they're gonna do with the Doom Minion straight.
Exactly.
It's a bit
That's
iffy.
also-
Because
that's also big.
if it's gonna work as rules as written and all that,
Yeah.
then it's gonna be a very powerful.
It is, and that's what we're seeing.
Mouse on twos.
Very, very, very powerful.
Yeah.
So, any other thoughts or words about your journey here? Do you feel that you've come here to do what you set out to do?
Yes.
Are you pleased with how you perform?
I think the hardest matchup between Sääf was the Vulkite Berserkers.
Yeah.
Charge them up, do a bunch of mortals and fight last and fight on death.
Yeah.
It was very hard, but the healing makes it all the better.
Yes, and it was a very tight game, so I can
That
see,
game
I
was
can
very
see how
tight,
that healing
yeah.
would have saved you there.
If it would have been the same book as it is now, but the old healing, you wouldn't play this
No,
book.
no.
Because the D3 is like, okay, I have 2
But
heroic
6
covers.
wounds
Yeah,
versus
6 wounds
D3 is a
every time. It's
big
like,
thing.
and they're up 2 wounds and I have a better breath. So,
Yeah.
I mean, the last tournament I was, Visigetia, I got 5-0, very nice. But this time, where more players are seeing that, nice, this is a good list,
Yeah.
this is a good book,
Yeah.
let's do it. We had 3 players who had almost the same list,
Yeah.
and all of them lost to itself.
See, are we having issues with the stream? I'm not seeing anything here. Do let us know if anyone else is having issues with the stream. We're hearing that we're lagging here. But we have also some words of encouragement here. Bra kämpat Filip from Theophilus. So,
It was a
was it?
I had some hope at being humbled, but all about that. But if you play a final match, you're still gonna be like,
And as you can tell here, you know, the quality of the players here is amazing. They're top notch.
yeah,
The
there's no
games
walk in the
are-
park.
No, the games are intense.
Yeah, there's no like 5-0. I walk straight
No,
through.
no, that doesn't happen here. Super fun to have you here.
Same to
really,
you.
really enjoyed watching a game
Yeah.
and really well done.
But not good
Now
enough.
you get to rest.
Yeah.
You get to rest.
Gonna pack
You-
some terrain.
You did well. And we will be right back here with Adam. Right back, guys. Yes. Did it work? Are we better now? Just waiting for confirmation here that the microphone is working. No confirmation here. Okay, let's start over here.
Let's start over.
We're talking to Adam, of course.
Yeah.
Adam Sääf, our new fresh champion, GHB 2022. Big congratulations.
Thank you.
Super well played. We followed you throughout this tournament, and you have been performing amazingly.
And yeah, I've been.
Don't tell me it's gone again.
Back. They say back. You said it's back, right?
Yeah. Are we okay now?
Yeah, you said gone and then back.
Thank you.
I think so.
Oh,
Hopefully.
Man.
Yeah, it works.
Tech.
Good.
Sorry.
So,
Yes.
yeah, it was.
We were talking about the amazing roller coaster of this last game. You were all over the place emotionally. We could see that.
Yeah, I got real stressed because I normally don't like taking the first turn, but I thought that okay, he sets up on the line. I gotta go. I gotta go first and just shove it in.
Especially when you get to choose who gets to do
yeah,
the
and I did a front switch, as you said, as you saw there on the game.
Yeah.
So it was I thought that I could bring down Neferata, and then I could if she would be gone the first thing. Then the game would have seen a lot. And maybe to get the dragon as well.
Yeah.
But I got nothing. It was like shit dice.
Yeah.
It's like
and
fuck.
you could just see that you went from this is in the bag. We were
Yeah.
thinking like, okay, is he gonna come? He feels like he's gonna get this turn one, just cement the win. And then we see nothing dying.
No.
And you're like, oh no,
And it was
what
like,
just
oh
happened
no.
here?
But I had a good position.
You did.
I took my points, so that was all that mattered.
That was a really important move here, to have the presence of mind to say what's next,
Yeah.
what happens then.
Yeah.
And I think that is also what we were lauding also in a way that we can see that an experienced player always thinks of the next move, and we can see that you have been in tight situations before. You have been up against tough odds, against good players, good lists.
Yes.
And you never forget that. You always keep the second plan in the back.
I've been fighting this tournament because it was I've been just facing the best players.
Oh yeah, there's been a lot of good players here.
It's been hard fought.
Top notch here.
No, so but it changed a bit because when he took his turn, he said this one's mine.
Yeah.
Charged in, killed 18 zombies, and the 2 of them fled. So no bell tactic. And he also charged into my other zombie unit, which made me able to pile in 10 models, taking the objective.
That was a very sneaky move.
Yes, and then he only took like 1 point.
Yes,
in
and the
the first
denial
round.
there of the points in the first turn. That set the stage very much and set the tempo there, meant that he had to fight to get those points.
Yeah, and then he took the double, and I still had both of his dragon locked up in combat, which made me feel like this is fine.
Yeah.
He still took his 5 points,
He did.
and then
And he got out of the sticky situation he had with where you started the charge.
Yeah.
So.
But
sure.
I think that the rest of the game was just me figuring out how can I get the most out of my points, and I need to get my units back. And what really made the difference is me having more bodies.
For sure.
Because 10 skeletons dies, he gets 5 back, I get 10 zombies back.
Yeah.
So me being able to just pull back stuff there is so important.
Very, very important.
Yeah.
For sure.
For sure.
And we're seeing just the venue open up here.
Yeah. So yeah.
How do you feel now? Do you feel that you did what you should have?
Yes.
That's good.
I think I played
I had
as
one
well
question
as I could.
about those blood knights though.
Yeah.
Why did you leave them in?
Just to tie his dragon up, because I had the.
Did you feel the need to tie it?
Yes.
Okay.
I can't handle all these dragons at the same time, and the thing is, I still had the ethereal save.
You did not have the ethereal save on the blood
No, not the last round.
That's
So
what I'm talking about. The last round.
I maybe
when
should have gotten
because
them
you were
out.
saying that if you got them out, they didn't do anything. They just died that
Yeah.
anyway. So getting them out would actually leave them as a threat for the zombies.
Yeah.
If you got
That
to
is
rally,
that is
that
true.
was what we were
So
talking
I
about.
might
That was the
that
only
might be
question
one,
I
yeah.
ever asked regarding what two decisions you made, and I think that is telling. Like we've been very over analytical. A lot of players here wondering what kind of decision. And we were just saying like, well, yeah, this is a decision, and he knows what he's doing.
Yeah.
We got we were looking at the clock. You were running quite low on the time.
Yeah.
Did that get to you?
But I've been doing that a lot. But so I just get. I don't think it affects me that much because I feel like I can do my last 2 rounds easily on this time.
Yeah.
Because I don't have a lot of models left to and I choose. So you see, I got the 20 zombies.
Yep.
I just let them stay there. I don't care about going into the skeletons.
No, exactly.
It's just a lot of time
that's
wasted.
Time. Yeah, we saw that's really the presence of mind also. Knowing that 8 minutes are 8 minutes.
Yeah.
And you can do a lot with them.
And I had to do a lot of thinking in the beginning just to make it work out. And it looks on the score sheet. It shows.
You can show. Yeah, it shows that you
And then we just did the roll up for turn 5, and I won it. I rolled a 2, 1.
That was you kept rolling low, but that was when his luck ran out.
It probably wouldn't have
wouldn't
mattered,
matter.
but still it was just
because of your turn 4, the way you spent that.
Yeah.
Really well. Turn 3 and 4, that really spent.
Yes, and I'm happy with some moves I did there with the wolves.
Very impressive.
With the wolves going into the middle, I rallied 2 wolves just going into the middle, just taking off the objective from Neferata.
Definitely, that was sneaky business.
And all that jazz.
Really cool. Well, thank you so much for being here. I hope you enjoyed the weekend. I think
I've really enjoyed the weekend.
Great matches. I think we've all enjoyed it a lot.
5 great matches and 5 great opponents.
Yes.
It was super nice.
Super nice. Big congrats again. We're going to show the award ceremony here in just a bit.
Sure.
I'm going to get Eric in here again for some final words before we switch over to the award ceremony. So. Yes. Thank you guys very much. We have a couple of questions here. We had a question was, will we stream the trophy ceremony? Yes. We have also a question regarding if the matches will be able to see later.
Yep.
And they should be up on the Twitch.
On the Twitch channel,
on
it
the
should be
videos
up
on
as a
demand on
video
Asylum
on
Wargaming. You should be able to see all the streaming matches down the
And
whole
if
stream.
there's any issues there, they are as well on. They have been recorded.
They have been recorded, so they might be able to be uploaded as well on YouTube or other.
Perhaps
media.
we'll set up some form of YouTube channel for
That
this.
that could be possible.
I'll have a look at that.
Yeah, we'll have to see what happens to that end.
Oh, yeah.
There we go. Thank you
Yeah,
very
we
much.
will be streaming the award ceremony.
Yeah, very shortly here.
Jesper is quite diligent in quickly getting all the equipment packed down, but we'll try to get some of it still here.
Keep this one.
Yeah. So
we're just going to reposition a bit here.
The award
final
ceremony
words here?
is set for 16:30.
So in
20
15
minutes. Yeah. I'm not sure if it's since all games have been
believe-
not all games. So Tom versus
There
Bide
might
is still
there
playing.
might be 1 or 2 games still going
2
on.
games. That's also a
we're
game
going to have
between
to-
Nils and Alexis. Is
Yes,
still going on.
we have a bunch recorded here, but
Do we know anything
way too
about
much.
the podium?
So the podium, yes, we do have some info on the podium, but do we want to spoil it?
I'm not sure.
I
What about the chat? You want some spoilers?
do you want spoilers chat, or you just want to see it when it happens? I think the chat deserves to see it unfold
okay.
and get a bit of a surprise here, because we do have a result. I don't know for sure the exact positions on the podium, but I do have an inkling of at least one of them.
We wait for the official announcement then.
We will wait for the official announcement here.
We don't
because
want to give anyone a false chair or a false downer or whatever.
Exactly. So everything has to be tabulated and done here, because we are just going down to tiebreakers.
So we have to do this again sometime.
We have to do this again sometimes. I really hope so. I've had an amazing time. I've had a lot of fun. I really enjoyed your company, Eric. We had a great time here with our amazing chat. And this has just been so cool.
Yeah.
We have a new Swedish champion.
Yeah.
I gotta have another name next to mine on that trophy, and it's a name that is well deserving on that. I'm super happy with that.
It's a name. Well, if you ever been to a tournament, you know who Adam Sääf is.
If you are any way established in this scene in this community of competitive Swedish AOS, you will know him.
Yeah.
And we all have a great respect for him. So it's a well-deserved win as well, for sure.
Good. I mean, Warhammer is a special. is hard. It's not quite an spectator sport.
It's
really?
not really a spectator sport.
But
no,
it's something we all love.
We're trying to make something of it, and it seems like people have been enjoying it, and that is just super cool.
Yeah.
We are so stoked to have been able to do this, and we really hope to see you guys again soon.
Yeah.
Maybe at another event, not just for the Swedish Masters, but we don't know for sure at the moment. But
if you are to talk to Jesper about any.
I mean, we are available for hire, which for hire is just can we go there?
I mean, this has been a great weekend vacation.
Definitely, it's been super fun.
I do believe, actually, I've been talking to you, that this setup is probably going to be seen again at Lord of the Mounts. Perhaps not with me in the booth, but you were in the booth.
I was around last time, so if nothing changes, I will definitely like to be there too.
But of course, we also want to see you play sometime. But that's up to you.
Yeah.
Perhaps.
Why can't I do both? Can I play from the booth? Hey.
So. This setup is not a one-time thing.
It's not a one-time thing. This is the start of something new, of a new standard almost, of reporting on tournaments. We hope and we wish, and seeing the initiative and seeing the appreciation and how this has gone and the success of it, I think we're just inspired to keep going and making it more available, more better, and more according to how we want it. Will it be a Grand Fanatic? That is a good question, and that is something that we should definitely figure out.
Yeah, that would be awesome.
We love this.
Yeah.
So once again, huge thanks to all of you for watching. You're the guys we're doing it for.
Yeah.
And all the love and support and kind words from you, it really warms my heart, and I'm sure it warms yours too. We're super thrilled to have been able to do this. Amazing, guys.
Yes.
What a weekend.
Yeah. We're gonna put the stream on pause. It's still on, will be running, and brought back for the award ceremony. That's to say it again. It's in a 15 minutes.
Yeah, 15 minutes
probably.
Yeah. So in a little bit we'll be back. Until then, we're just gonna have to say thank you guys very much for tuning in.
Yeah.
It's been great.
Absolutely.
And hope to see you all soon.
Yeah. Bye for now.
Bye.
See you in a couple of minutes.
Bye for now.
Så ska vi se om ljudet funkar. Där har vi studiomikrofon. Och så gör vi så. Och sen så studiomikrofon, monitor and output.
Yes.
Och om jag ställer mig här borta och pratar så kan ni höra hur det hörs.
I'm just testing the mic.
Hörs det om jag pratar här nu? Det hörs bra till med det.
No,
Det är godkänt.
good really.
Det funkar.
Ja, det får bara höja.
Då rekommenderar jag att njuta den där. Vi tar oss till att avsluta den här helgen.
Ja, men nada nu.
You don't hear it?
Ja, men det jag tror att det är lite delay i stället.
Fungerar ljudet?
Först och främst stort tack till alla som har varit här och kämpat. Och så skulle jag vilja att vi ger Leara, Erik och Andreas en jättestor applåd. De har seriöst fått gömma sig bakom den här hela helgen. För att ni är så jobbiga att lyssna på. Men den här helgen har ju bestått av x antal matcher och vi har ett slutresultat på det hela också. Innan jag tar vinnaren så skulle jag gärna vilja upp Thomas Dolfs som hamnade tyvärr på sista plats. För att det är där jag brukar börja saker och ting. Kom hit! Man kan ha den snyggaste, coolaste armén och bästa fixet för att presentera vad det är också. Till övriga prisplatser så har vi andra, tredje, fjärde pris kommer skickas ut på mail från mig. På en fjärde plats har vi Nils Wallberg, Sundberg. Kom upp och kramas, men du får inget av mig. Det är klart. Bra kämpat. På en tredje plats har vi Konstantinos Kellis. På en stark andra plats har vi Filip Skoglund. Det är på stream. Hör du? Och utan större någonting, varsågod och komma upp och lyfta pokalen. Adam Sääf! Tack för taket nästan. Jag tänkte ta en bild på det här i alla fall. Tycker jag låter rimligt. Tycker jag också. Det är bra. Det är en applåd till. Det är bara tillbaka till speech.
Du får sitta med din knä för en plats i bagagen. Du får berätta din origin story.
Min origin story. Jag föddes när jag var liten. Nej, men jag tänker bara att... Jag vill bara tacka alla mina motståndare. Jag har haft 5 extremt svåra matcher allihopa. En som blev lite kort kanske, men det är en jävligt duktig motståndare. Så det har varit en fröjd att spela. Och in i det sista blev det tight. Jävlar vad tight det blev.
Vi fick spela, vad kan man säga?
Det fick runt där Warhammer. Det var en fröjd att spela, ja. Det hade verkligen varit. Och tack till alla ni som har arrangerat och fixat. Så en stor applåd till dem också tycker jag.
I och med att Adam tar med sig pokalen ner till Malmö, så kommer vi om 1 år ungefär att samlas där för att se vart den ska ta vägen härnäst. Nya direktiv kring hur kvalplatserna kommer fördelas kommer komma upp inom kort. För vi kommer ändra lite på det här med gruppkvalsstuket och så som vi har funkat. För det har inte varit den bästa lösningen, har jag känt. Så vi kommer sikta på att någon gång under våren, om 1 år, att ha en hela Sverige kvalar-helg. Det betyder att föreningar är ansvariga för att sätta upp sitt eget kval med en liten endagars, alternativt 2 dagars beroende på hur många man är. Men att det här ska ske under samma helg i hela Sverige. Så det blir mer eller mindre som gruppkvalen, fastän att man gör det på lokal nivå och ett specifikt datum. Och i övrigt så kommer det alltid vara någon plats på de här turneringarna som alltid finns runt om i landet. Så det är planen. Och tack så jättemycket för den här helgen. Bra kämpat allihopa! Ja, visst det! Vi har ju en sån sak. Adam!
Va?
Vill du åka till USA?
Just det. Får jag fundera?
Nej. Du ska åka.
Jag åker till USA.
Det var ju en sån liten detalj också. Den hade jag glömt helt just nu faktiskt. Filura, men jag hoppas att du kan åka för du är jättebra representant för Sverige. Även om du bor i Danmark.
Varför att ni bor i Norrland? Ja, inte mitt fel.
Precis. Resebidraget och Golden Ticket kommer att komma när GB har fått ut dem. Och till övriga så kommer det komma lite mejl här sen också. Men ja, Erik, har jag glömt något nu?
Nej.
Nej.
Du har gjort ett jättebra jobb. Bäst värld.
Vet du vad? Då säger vi tack för den här helgen.
Tack själv! Med det så vill vi också passa på att säga tack allesammans som har tittat där hemma. Tack så mycket för den här helgen. Kör väldigt mycket på till sedan. Ha det fint.
Nu stänger vi av.
Okej, nu åker vi hem.
Jag gör ju inte det.